Hopefully this time it isn't all laggy. I think that it should be fine. I hope. I hope it is. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Alright, we have to go up north. Hello, Eggplant Sand. How did you know my secret code? I ended up getting home earlier today than I anticipated, so I thought, why not do a surprise live stream? Because I wasn't expecting to be home until like super late tonight, and plans changed for the better, so I was like, fuck yeah, that means I can actually go and play some video games and hang out. Which is always nice to do on a lazy Sunday. Volta! Sir, I'm glad that you actually graced me with your most amazing presence. And of course I will stream it all over your face. Your wish is my streaming command. Just, if anything, I just ask that you get those neat little goggles that people wear whenever they go to like the tanning booth or whatever. There it is. That's what I was looking for. I'm actually going to kill a couple more things and try to get all that experience, because getting that exp, that's some important shit. Just so you know, I've purposefully put off playing this game because I literally only want to live stream this. That's all. Hello, D-Rye. Hello, Anthony Smith. Let's see. I heard Grandia is coming to Switch. As a matter of fact, it is. But not just Grandia, it's Grandia 1 and Grandia 2. This is actually a bigger deal to me than, I mean, tons and tons of different game ports out there. Because one, Grandia hasn't been ported to anything outside of the digital release on PSN, but it hasn't been actually like straight up ported to anything since, what, the PS1 and Sega Saturn days, which is like the only systems that I know of that the original is on. If there was ever a PC release, I'm assuming that it was more than likely only in Japan, if there is one. I personally don't know off the top of my head, but I do think that's kind of cool that that's actually happening. And we've had the Grandia 2 Anniversary version that's been on Steam for a long time, which I scooped that up ages ago. I actually did a bit of live streaming of Grandia 2 on PS2, mainly because I didn't have a way to properly get my what do you call it, my my Dreamcast actually hooked up for live streaming. And I'm sorry about the frame rate being so all over the place for whatever reason. It's fucking wonky as hell right now. Which is kind of odd because it says, what, 9.50 megabits per second? That's, I don't know, that seems very fucking off. Oh shit! Not only was there 2 donations, the second one actually threw me for a loop. First one from Tor Gregory. My American G, how are you finding the Shenmue collection? I actually have not been able to play it because I haven't been really playing anything lately. I want to sit down with it. It's just like, I haven't been home a whole lot lately to do anything in the past couple of days. I've actually been out and about with my girlfriend just because she's had days off that she had requested, so we want to go do a bunch of things. And then there was like work-related crap that I've been doing, plus trying to fit in time for classes, and it's been hectic. So eventually I'm going to be playing it, and it's worse because Yakuza Kiwami 2 is coming out, so fuck. But the second donation here, Buttermancer, a gift from Niche Gamer. Okay, one, not only do I appreciate that a whole bunch, and I like the name Buttermancer, if you aren't aware, Niche Gamer is actually a website that I actually follow on pretty much every fucking social media account that I have. but I've been going to their site for a really long time and had been going to them for a long time, well before I ever got to talk to anybody who actually worked there. And I actually was going there mainly because they were covering games that most motherfuckers wouldn't. And, you know, obviously the title Niche Gamer. And I thought that that was kind of badass. And those are the kind of sites that I end up paying the most attention to, just because I already know that I've got taste in games that, you know, I'll always talk about titles that kind of go under the radar. Like Wild Arms 3 here, for instance, even though this probably isn't the best representation of it, just given the fact that it's, on screen, it's showing up going all fucking jerky all the time, and it's so fucking weird. I don't understand. I don't know how it is for all of you, but I know that it's always running fine until I start to live stream. Then all of a sudden it's all jerky, but I mean, my audio's coming through, so fuck it. What the hell can I do? Also, thank you both a bunch for being kind enough not only show up to my stream, actually thank everybody, you know, for showing up to the live stream. You guys kind enough to actually, like, throw some fucking cash down the old AlphaOmegaG stream. It's very, very kind of you. Not necessary, mind you, but still, it's gonna be something I'm gonna fucking say thank you for. Thank you for riding with Philgaia Railways, as I get tongue-tied and apparently cannot speak out loud. Where are you headed today? I was born and raised in Midland, so I think Jolly Roger is a nice place. Of course, most folks who were born in Jolly Roger stay and live in Midland their whole lives. Alright. Let's get a ticket. Oh, we can only go to one place, so. Choo-choo, bitch! All aboard! I forget if there's anybody else out here that I can actually talk to. Nope, that's really about it. Okay. Here, let's chat. Thanks for traveling with us. Don't hesitate to ask any of our courteous staff for assistance. We proudly hire locals so that each employee is knowledgeable about the area they work in. We can provide you with the latest directions and travel tips custom tailored for each and every region. Alright, just let me on this shit. Let's see. Alpha, have you seen gameplay and cutscene footage from the Spyro remake? I have, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Most of you, if you don't already know, actually, my one friend Jordan, he's done a ton of videos about the upcoming Spyro trilogy. And it's actually just been amazing, all the shit that I've seen. As a matter of fact, I've kept up more with it through him than I have through most traditional video game outlets, which I thought was interesting. But seeing the footage, like, the most recent one I had seen, they were showing off the skateboarding portion, which admittedly threw me for a fucking loop just because it was, like, washed over me with nostalgia because I had remembered playing that demo endlessly as a kid, so then seeing it, you know, obviously in standard 4K resolution and looking all beautiful and shit. And it was just nice seeing, like, half the monsters and the cutscenes and the areas in the game. It looks really fucking awesome. It's the same exact feeling that I had whenever I played the Crash Insane trilogy. And they went ahead and they actually delayed it because apparently they want to make it so that all three games are actually on the disc, because before it was going to be, they were releasing the game and then it was going to be that you had to download the other two games. So you'd only have Spyro 1, but you couldn't get 2 and 3. Obviously, that was a point of contention amongst a lot of fans, myself included, because I actually had said quite a few things on Twitter about it. So I'm glad that they're at least delaying it for a good reason. And I know that people get frustrated with delays and shit, but again, if a game is going to be delayed to make it better, in no way, shape, or form is that going to be a bad thing. And trust me, you have more than enough things to be able to play and hold you over until, you know, it actually comes out. Because a bad game is going to literally live on forever, just like a good game's going to. And first impressions are extremely important. Like, that's seriously, like, one of the things that people kind of forget about is you will always remember that first time, and if that first time's shitty, then you're never going to want to bother with that title ever again. And it's just going to leave a sour taste in your mouth, and that kind of cuts out the legs beneath it for a future continuation of it, which is a shame. And you don't want something like that, especially with a franchise that's as beloved as Spyro the Dragon, because, I mean, that's a big-ass deal. And fuck, I didn't even realize that she got hit with something. And holy fuck, there's actually been quite a few more donations rolling. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here talking about fucking Spyro the Dragon a whole lot, so I do apologize for that. Actually, no, I don't apologize about that, because it's fucking Spyro the Dragon. Let's see, Dr. FU. Sweet, you streaming on my day off. That's pretty awesome, because also for me, doing absolutely jack shit now since I got home, which have been out and about pretty much all day. It really sucks when your sleeping schedule kind of gets flipped to mornings. Dr. FU, I don't know what your sleeping schedule is like, work schedule and all that shit, but dude, I'm not a morning person, and having been getting up early lately has absolutely fucked with me a whole lot. And also, do not think that I forgot, I do have a special dedicated live stream coming up after I'm all done with Wild Arms, all thanks to you, sir. So that'll be very, very nice. Dreamkiller donated and said, "Take my tomato money." Oh yes, the mighty tomatoes! Dreamkiller, very, very much appreciate that. And I like any time that we can actually have, like, you figure that that's been a running gag since I first played this, and that was, at least on Livestream, obviously. Not when I first played it, because when I first played it, YouTube didn't fucking exist, like, at all. But that does. Any kind of gags and jokes and shit that can continue on, I like that. That kind of shit always makes me happy. And yes, I know, running around and just, like, grinding for experience isn't, like, super exciting, but it is an RPG. You gotta do it. Plus, it gets me prepared for the upcoming dungeon, which I always want to be over-leveled for. So, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm getting to all of these donations. Please don't think I'm ignoring them. Let's see. Jacques de Forge. Oh man, I've actually had you doing it before. I always feel like I'm fucking up your name, and I feel so bad. Let's see. Game the heck on, which I know it automatically gets bleeped up because the way that they do shit, but it's game the fuck on. That's how the saying goes, right? Game the F-word expletive on. And a very expletive of everything. Just make sure that you game the F-word, say it in different language on. Let's see, Yin-Yu, I missed you, I hope you're okay. I am okay. I'm doing quite good. It's weird because, like, I've actually, like, explained my hiatus, like, the past bunch of live streams, and I almost feel bad about that because, like, for the people who have already heard it, I feel like I'm a broken record. And god damn it, Clive, look what you did. Now I'm gonna have to go and fucking heal you because you got conditioned Riddler icon. But yeah, I'm doing quite okay. I just I lost 2 people near and dear to me. That sucked. So that took its toll on me, and then wanted to get back to finishing up shit that I'd been meaning to when it comes to school. That I never finished up way back in the day because, not due to slacking, how most people might end up assuming it, but just mainly due in part to money. Money and time. Because working a full-time job and trying to go to school full-time, it's well beyond difficult, but it was mainly just a money situation. I didn't have enough to be able to afford school, and I was paying out of pocket for everything. There was no grants that I was applicable for. I don't have family who can just, like, hand off money to me whenever, and the job that I was working at the time, I was only making like $12.50 an hour, and then I could make a little bit of extra through sales. And even though my sales were the second highest within the company, which is saying a whole lot and kind of ridiculous, Um, I still wasn't able to pull in enough, and it was fucking stressful just trying to go and do both at the same time. So yeah, but now I'm trying to get back to doing that shit, and I've been doing a lot of shit with trying to write up a lot of like videos and shit. Like I want to do a lot of things with my channel that I wanted to do years ago. I'm talking like I've got actual actual written notepad files on my flash drives, hard drives, desktops, laptops, dating back to when I first started my channel. And I've never gone through with any of them, which is unfortunate because I think a lot of them are good ideas. And they're not so much like ideas, and it's like they're time sensitive, so I can still roll with them. And damn it, Virginia, you fucked up. Now you got amnesia, but I mean, you got 2 toy hammers. But I've been working so hard with trying to just become better at editing. And this has been, let's see, Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects, and I've even been dabbling again within Photoshop, which I always consider myself to be at an intermediate level when it came to Adobe Premiere, just because I know people who edit professionally for a living, and they know so much more than I do. It actually puts my level of skill to shame. I still like to think that I'm good enough, but still. Whenever you're trying to actually like measure out like, okay, how good are you? But I've been trying to just do a whole lot, and I want to come back like extra strong with the channel. A lot of new ideas, a fresh perspective on it, and you know, losing people in your life just sucks, like a whole lot, and it just takes a lot out of you, and you're mainly just trying to be there for other people, and it's, yeah, absolutely no good. Bummer of a discussion piece, but yeah, overall, it's just kind of, you know, part of life. That's really about it. But I felt bad because it's not like I'm trying to abandon the channel or something like that. It's just I've got a lot on my plate, like anybody out there. It's just weird because, like, if you do YouTube, like, a lot of people just think you need to do this 24 hours a day. And if you stop, that's unacceptable. And I get it. It's kind of expected. Like, you don't get an off season. You don't get days off, really. You're just supposed to go 24/7, keep on doing it. If you're gone even for a week, there's a lot of people who will begin freaking out about it. And I understand that. Like, you have some level of obligation, but it's so weird. I don't know how else to really describe it. And I'm sorry, I'm sitting here going on and on about that. I did not even get to these other donations. Allow me to continue reading that. I'm a very long-winded person, so as if that wasn't already painfully evident enough. Let's see, let's see, Diego Dead. Hey Alpha, thoughts on Nintendo attack on Emmy Paradise? I can't download retro ROMs anymore. Okay, so that was something, that was actually a big discussion on my last live stream, but it's something I definitely am always extremely opinionated about. So, the Emmy Paradise incident, this isn't the first time Nintendo's actually gone after a relatively well-known ROM sharing website. They went after CoolROM years ago. If you get bored, just like Google it and check it out. And CoolROM and Emmy Paradise aren't the only ones that they've gone after. And it sucks really bad because I'm one of those people. I very much am all for trying to preserve games in any way, shape, or form. Like, if it's a brand new game and you can go out there and get it and you're illegally getting it, I think that's kind of shitty. And if it's an old game that there is a service that's available that allows you to be able to get it, whether it's digitally or physically, whatever the case may be, if it's still made available to the general public for mass consumption and you want that game, you should still continue to support the company, which, you know, it's a lot easier to just go download it for free. I get that. Motherfuckers are broke, so it kind of goes without saying. but it does come off as hypocritical if you aren't willing to support it, but you will turn around and complain about it. Emmy Paradise was easily the biggest site out of the entire bunch in terms of just, like, how much they had. And keep in mind, it wasn't just, like, Nintendo went after them, and they didn't just take down Nintendo-owned games. This went across the entire spectrum. So this was Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, PS1, MSX, Neo Geo Pocket, like, you name it, they had it, and it all came down. But it's not to say that, like, they're all gone. They aren't. It's just they're more dispersed now. For example, me personally, right now, I've got like over 500 gigabytes worth of ROMs. And, I mean, I've got an entire game room, and it might seem kind of silly and ridiculous, but I like emulators for some of the options that they give you that obviously I won't be able to achieve with regular hardware. It's just not possible for me to be able to do some of the stuff. Like, for example, I always like the idea of fast forward in old RPGs. And, you know, whenever you're grinding like this in a game, if I can turn this up to, like, ×2, ×3, ×4 speed, I definitely will do that. Like, I've sat down with my best friend Sean and Jared numerous times, and we've always sat there and talked about how much we like the fast forward option, because you eventually become busy. Like, you're working, you're going to school, you have kids, you have a social life, but you also want to fit time in to play these games. But when you're a teenager or you're a kid, you have plenty of time for them. When you're an adult with lots of obligations, you can't afford that time anymore. So it's nice to be able to have, like, some kind of options for that. And I'm trying to fill in this map as much as I possibly can. So if you're wondering what's going on, like, if you see the little empty spots, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I do hate that Nintendo went after them. I get it, because it is, like, their shit, and there's only so much that you can actually say that, like, well, they are within their legal right, but it sucks for us as consumers, because a lot of these ROMs, like, they're not made available anymore. You can't go and get these games, and to buy them physically, some of these games run hundreds of dollars, sometimes even thousands, which is ludicrous, and I don't ever tell anybody to go and pay that much unless, like, you've got the cash and it really means that much to you, but I can't justify that amount for anything at all. I'm trying to make sure, like, am I going in the right direction? Here. Pretty sure it's this way. Trying to fill in, like, that. Oh no, okay, so it was over here. It's more than likely this portion of land over here that I can fill in. Let's see, where was I? Am I going to upload again? I actually just talked about that. Yes, I'm going to. I'm actually aiming for the end of September-ish, which I have talked about in my past live streams. Please show up to my live streams and please watch them, because I talk about all this stuff on them. So it's definitely something that I have lots and lots of plans, and have been working tirelessly to try to make this shit as awesome as humanly possible. So it'll be good things. Yay, thumbs up. Tor Gregory. My mate traded in Shenmue 2 Days. Shenmue 2 Days because he said it wasn't like the original. So reverse console logic. Also, what was your opinion on SummerSlam and TakeOver? Also hyped for Spider-Man PS4 and Spyro Trilogy. So, let's see. One, I always have regret stories about trading in games from when I was younger. Like, I wish I had my original copies of certain games. Like, I wish I had my original Zombies Ate My Neighbors, for example. Just because, like, that was a birthday gift. And that one meant a lot to me, just because it was very cool that my mom and dad got that for me. But I can definitely feel that fucking pain. As for SummerSlam, SummerSlam really didn't do much for me, not gonna lie. I mean, there was a couple decent matches, but overall, like, it was mainly, like, the outcomes of everything. They had, like, what, 5 hours? And it felt like it was just dragging along for me, for the most part. And I'm just like, dude, just fucking get this shit over with. Like, I knew the... I think, like, the biggest issue that I had with it was I knew what was going to happen in every single match, and what I thought would happen would happen. Like, Charlotte won, Roman Reigns won. Like, I was expecting all this shit to happen, and it did, and it's like, I don't know, in a way, it takes a lot of it out for you. Because you want to be shocked and you want to be surprised, but you also want it to be, like, in a good way. You don't want it to be, like, in a bad way. And, man, I cannot fucking find this town, wherever the fuck it's at. Maybe we should go back to the train station and talk to them. That might be what I actually have to do. Oh yeah, and by the way, Spider-Man on PS4. Dude, every time that I have seen anything about that, I have been so fucking ecstatic. Hold on, do I talk to anybody in here? No, I think it is only this dude. Let's see. East of here is a village, Claiborne, so it's just to the east. Yeah, okay. Well, I will head directly to the east. Oh, and Vera and Cody, you're both in here? I like the idea that I'm getting tag teamed by you guys. That's sexy times ahead, am I right? Let's see. The rumor come out is Alpha the gay. I'm only gay for Cody. Well, okay. Cody and possibly, like, Barry Burton. It's that beard, man, that beard. Let's see, Alpha loves donations that have knack in them. God damn it. Okay, so let's chat about that again. Let's chat about that, because that's what we're doing today. We're gonna chat about fucking knack. And not actually fucking knack, because that's every single digitized STD that somebody could ever ask for. Knack is terrible. If you don't know what that game is, like, for whatever reason, if it eluded you in, like, in all your time of playing games, one, you're a very fortunate person. Holy fuck, Chuck Grable's here too. Yay! Hi, Chuck. I'm going to get to the rest of these donations. I swear. I'm sorry. I gotta talk about Knack, because that's what's going on. I gotta grind for experience and talk about Knack, because I mean I need more levels, because I'm only level 12 and 13 respectively with all my characters. But Knack is fucking terrible. Like, I genuinely have never gotten a launch game that I was so fucking overwhelmingly disappointed with. And I've heard shit from people where they said, well, Alpha, it's really not that bad of a game. Stop. Stop everything you're doing. Stop the fucking planet's rotation. Float the fuck off and go into the outer reaches of space. I want you to visit every single fucking planet in our solar system. Find the life on Mars and on any other planet, and they will be able to go and spin stories, webs of stories about how they heard through the grapevine that is our solar system, our galaxy, about how shitty Knack is. That's how bad it is. When extraterrestrial life is capable of going and telling you that this game is nothing but a fucking shit heap, a mountain that nobody wants to climb, and just wants to be flattened as much as humanly possible, you know that you are dealing with some unearthly evil. That's what Knack is. And not even like the good unearthly evil where it's just like, oh man, that sounds metal as fuck. Not like the bad type where you're just like, ugh. Like, it looked bad, it controlled bad, it sounded bad, it was just bad. And it wasn't even like the good kind of bad. There's definitely a bad type of game where you can be like, oh, well, I like this because it's so bad that it's good. That's definitely a thing. But not in Knack's case, no. Knack is terrible. I'd rather play Bubsy 3D than play Knack. Bubsy 3D I can laugh at because it's so shit. I'd rather play Rambo on PS3. I'd rather play Countdown Vampires on 360 and PS3. I'd rather play Lester the fucking Unlikely, or in AVGN's case, Lester the Unlikely 5, the one that's just that seeping bag of dog shit that's just like dripping everywhere. I'd rather go and play those. Because I feel that in my heart of hearts, that I would somehow be able to get more enjoyment out of this. Like, there's 300 people in here watching right now. When I say, and this is all Cody's fault, by the way, all Cody's fault. If you're wondering why I'm not talking about anything else, it is Cody's fault for bringing up Knack. I mean, that's, I feel like at some point, I'm going to be able to convince the US government to tell the general public that if you played Knack, you might be entitled to a lump sum of cash for all of the trauma that you have been experiencing. From the moment that you put that disc into the system and you played it. Superman 64, I'm dead ass serious. I'd rather play Superman 64 than Knack. I can prove that. Because I actually got some kind of enjoyment out of Superman 64 when I emulated it the one time before I ever owned a copy. And I was just like, this game's so fucking dumb. Like, it is. It's just super dumb. And I actually feel bad for Superman 64 just because that shit was unfinished. And, like, they were forced to put the game on. So it had the chance to actually be a good game. Somewhere beneath the surface, there's a good game. Knack has no excuse. It just sucks. That's all. I'm done. Knack's terrible. Don't play Knack. Hashtag don't play Knack. Hashtag tomato emojis. The end. Maybe, possibly. I'll probably rant about Knack later. But it's honestly like, fuck that game. Fuck that game up its stupid ass. It is awful. Okay. Young Pod, glad to see you streaming again, Alpha, and gave me the horns. Well, I appreciate that, sir. That's very, very, very kind. And yes, well, I did say that I was going to stream more. I know something was actually, like, requested, and then I didn't, and that's also something whenever I have, like, the official return date, also have, like, an actual stream schedule, which will be a thing that I have been long overdue for. Vera can attest to that because she has bitched at me about that numerous different times. I apologize. Slightly, only kinda. It's in my nature. Let's see. Shane Everett. When? Hail, Shane! Let's see. If any game needs a comeback, it's F-Zero. Fucking thank you for that. And thank you for bringing up F-Zero, because we need to wash the bad taste of Knack out of our minds, out of our souls. I can't even say out of our mouths. Like, the idea of having Knack somewhere near my mouth makes me feel like I should die of everything. Literally everything. You know, some people, like, misuse the word literally. This is not one of those cases. Damn, Becky, how are you doing? Other than the bad bangs that you got cut, but everything else, good titties. Let's see, she's always irritated and edgy and doesn't treat her little niece very nicely either. Her name's Martina. It's just so disheartening to see her put in an unjust situation. It ain't her fault, you know. I had a word with Myra about the way she treats her niece, and she snapped at Martina, thinking she ratted on her. It's terrible, I tell you. There you go. That's about as Southern Belle as I'm possibly gonna fucking get. So there's that. But back to F-Zero before I went on the. I'm gonna talk like a Southern Belle with like decent fucking titties. Tomato emoji? I cannot get it. You fucking fuck. Oh, look at it! I'm being fucking cock-teased! That's not fair! Give me my fucking tomato! That's a revived fruit, Alpha. Fuck off, it's a goddamn fucking tomato emoji. I want my fucking tomato emoji! Look at this! I can't fucking get it! Like, Virginia, you cannot step your fucking goddamn goofy dressed ass up onto there. I don't give a shit if that's somebody's fucking crops. Like, step up onto that shit, move them the fuck out of the way, get your goddamn, or just reach your little goddamn fucking arm. Like, bitch, do it. Look, Jet, you can't even knock this shit. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Like, it's just going to sit there. This happened to me on the original live stream. Like, I want to talk about F-Zero. I'm not allowed to talk about F-Zero because they took a fucking tomato emoji, put it into the goddamn fucking game, and they're like, oh, you're allowed to get it. It comes from this magical box, and this shit is gonna hover in the dead ass of fucking space above some fucking crops. I got fucking this fucking titty-having bitch over here talking about shit I don't give a fuck about. Like, why don't you march your goddamn fucking fun bags over there? Get my fucking tomato emoji for me. No, no, no. You're just gonna walk only in this area right here. There's fucking chickens around. They're probably gonna go and take the goddamn fucking thing. I can't Harvest Moon my ass over there with a fucking golden hoe and I can't get it. This golden hoe over here, on the other hand, won't fucking help me with her big-ass fucking feet, decent tits, but all the same. I just wanted my fucking tomato. That's all. I have to thank everybody. Please tomato emojis in the chat. As many tomato emojis as we can get. But this ain't fair. This is not right. This is not right. This... But... Like... Here, I'll knock it down with bombs. Knock down the fucking tree so I can crawl across this shit. Nothing? Nothing? Are you fucking serious? Hold on. Okay, I want you to look at this. So, Gallows will go and use this for all your shit, and it's like, oh, I gotta go put out a fire, and it's... But it stops right here. What the fuck did they spray on these crops that has an invisible fucking bear... This is like some shit I've never seen. They're using some unknown wizardry with these crops right here. Like, what kind of goddamn fucking farmers do they have? Merlin, the fucking magician, retires, becomes a farmer, and puts up invisible barriers that trap tomato emojis. Like, I can throw a box in there, but my fucking ice shit can't go in there. I can't put bombs in there. I can somehow throw a fucking boomerang over this shit. But I can't do this. Like, the actual elements will not be able to... Man, fuck you. Fuck your bitch-ass crops. Fuck your tits. I mean, maybe. You know, here. Look, now I'm just throwing a fucking tantrum. I'm just gonna start throwing shit. You see that? If another goddamn fucking tomato pops... Okay, I thought a tomato was gonna pop out and it would, like somehow get stuck inside of one of their character models and shit. I'm upset. I'm upset. Taking my fucking shit from... God damn it. God damn it. Oh no, Alpha really wants a tomato. You're goddamn right. One, it's my tomato. Mine. Just mine. And guess where it's at? The fuck over here. Just the fuck over here. You know where it's not? The fuck in my inventory. That's bullshit. I want my money back for the tomato that I was clearly stealing. Like, I went through the effort to pick up that box and throw it, so, I mean, I deserve it. That's how I see it. You can't carry any more pinwheels. Well, I didn't want the pinwheel anyway. It wasn't a fucking tomato emoji. We're just gonna read this shit. I'm sorry. Alpha, you turned swearing into an art form. I like to think that I do. Got the gift of gab and expansive vocabulary, and I like to pepper in single-syllable swear words as much as humanly possible, just because... Why the fuck not? Let's see. Oh yeah, F-Zero! Okay, so I am going to get to the rest of the donations, which, by the way, thanks everybody for being kind enough to donate while I'm sitting here upset about this fucking tomato emoji shit. Which, again, kind of fucked up. But F-Zero is in such dire need of a return. Like, I don't understand Nintendo. I'm like, so you've got all this money, and you've got all this talent, and you let some of these franchises fucking rot. And it makes no sense to me. Despite the overwhelming clamoring and demand for a franchise like this, and... we don't really have too many, like, high-caliber AAA racing games that are coming out that are even remotely somewhat kinda similar to F-Zero. Meaning they cornered a fucking market and own it. Like, think about it. We need more F-Zero. I mean, shit, I would just be happy, legitimately would just be happy if they took F-Zero GX, ported that shit to Nintendo Switch in high motherfucking definition, give it the HDs, the HUDs, give it the HUDs treatment, and just call it a fucking day. I legitimately would be able to go and accept that. Oh, and I want to point out, so you can all see, that's the fucking movie poster for Desperado right there. I don't know how many of you can actually see that, and I'm always amused when I see that. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to be one of those people since I can't screenshot anything with a PS2. But, taking a fucking actual picture of it. But dude, Desperado is a fucking badass film. Let's see, Guild Certified Armsmith. Free estimates. But dude, that's fucking Desperado. They didn't even get rid of the name on it. Like, it's straight up just the Desperado movie poster. Like, that's... I think that that's neat as fuck. And it also helps because, I mean, that's got the whole, like, Wild West vibe going with it and shit. Once Upon a Time in Mexico was highly disappointing, I just want to point out. Like, it could have been so good. And it was just very... It was average. Okay. I feel a little bit better. The other tomato emoji is just floating in space somewhere. Space where I cannot attain it, apparently. I actually think it'll be back inside that box. But I did get this one. Hallelujah! Tomato emoji. All hail the tomato emoji. And I like the idea that my neighbors can probably end up hearing me and they're just like, why the fuck does he keep saying that over and over again? Like just stop talking about like salad or fruit or whatever the fuck it is that you're talking about. Howdy, can I be of service? Fancy seeing drifters in this village, so what treasure are y'all after? Was that it? Because I didn't get the answer. Was that the end of our discussion? Whatever. Okay, doesn't say anything different. Let's see, can I upgrade anything? No, everything's pretty much upgraded. Boo! Boo to that. Alright, so I still got a little bit before I can even go and fuck with that. What do I mean? Once Upon a Time in Mexico was disappointing. It just wasn't nearly as good. Like, legitimately, the action scenes were weaker by comparison, and the extra characters that they brought in, I thought were just kind of bland. Like, they felt so one-dimensional, and, like, I get that they were trying to primarily target, like, oh, we're going for, like, the cool factor, so we really got to amp it up, but it seemed like it was trying extra hard and ended up failing. Just saying, it just, so sad. Oh shit, we got more! We got more donations! Let's see, Dr. FU, and again, Mr. FU. I like saying that, Mr. FU. That would actually be a pretty fucking bitchin' name. Let's see. Atlas needs to stop teasing me. I need Shin Megami Tensei 5 gameplay trailer soon. Take your time on Wild Arms, enjoying it. I mean, Wild Arms is one of those games, dude. It's so fucking good. And this is something that I did say that I was going to play a game, like, to completion, like 100% on live stream. So I don't want to go back on that. And I felt like I desperately needed to go and do this shit. Because, goddamn, love the game. But... oh yes, we are going to have more RPG goodness. But Shin Megami Tensei 5, dude, Atlas, number one, I want them to just port some of their games in the meantime just to hold fans over. But an actual Shin Megami Tensei 5, fuck yes. And we do have a Shin Megami Tensei game. We don't know if it's 5, though. That one coming out for Switch, if you remember. That one's supposed to be coming out, and I'm just like, ooh... that I'm interested in, so we'll definitely see about that, because it's like, I need it. Let's see, is Gela the currency in Wild Arms 3? Is it bits of jelly with numbers on it? Let's see, I actually need to check that. For some reason, I'm pretty sure, no, it is Gela. That's the Wild Arms currency across the board, because I was trying to remember, I'm like, I could have swore I had a Gela card. But yes, that is it, because you figure there's Gela, there's gold, there's rupees, there's gil, there's money, M-U-N-N-Y, let's see, there's just regular gold, there's caps, we could go with double dollars if we're going by Trigun. There's so many different types of currency, trying to think, there's zenny, there's credits, fuck, I'm trying to think of what other ones that we got. Name off other types of game currency. Like, I actually have named quite a few, but fuck, there's other ones. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, wait. My mom is usually in charge of cooking, but she isn't here right now. Auntie and I will cater to all your culinary needs. My mom is working elsewhere right now. Therefore, I must do my best to help run the saloon until she comes back. However, I haven't received any letters from her recently. I'm starting to get a little worried. See, that's sad. Sad McSaddyson. And I like talking to all the NPCs in games just because you get a better taste of, like, the world. Let's see, can I help you? Damn, you are a frigid-looking bitch, Myra. Remember, we were talking to a one big titty bitch and then she was mentioning this? These are the characters she was talking about. Let's see, Rings, Mesos, Masada. Let's see, Gald from Tales of... Gald, fuck! That was one of the ones that... man. That's a good one. Yeah, there's so many different types of game currency. It's like, I just like the fact that, like, each game has their own. As dig that. Yes, I'm Martina's aunt. Can I help you? Don't look at me like that. This saloon used to belong to her parents, but her father fell into debt from all of his gambling. I've put up the collateral to save the business, and now they owe me. Damn, bitch, like, you don't gotta rub it in people's faces. Like, fucking hell. Hey, she's a jerk about it. Here, we'll go and we'll stay the night. Let's see. Mr. Chuck Grable said, threw in a dip and I spread out on my sheets, listening to Sting, The Power of Alpha. The Power of Alpha. Man, I see it. Now I need to have my own tunes based off of that shit. Be kind of nice. Also sexy. Tad bit sexy. It'd have to sound something like Typo Negative, though. I mean, if I was really going to go with any kind of sound. Let's see. Legend of Dragoon stream later today, Alpha. Man, I really think that the next game that I might end up going with... well, actually, it'll be a surprise, but it's on Nintendo Switch. That should be a hint. Knowing my taste, I think many of you will be able to guess what that game is. And it's only my third Nintendo Switch game that I've gotten so far. But I was pretty excited to get it, and it was actually, it was sent to me by very, very kind Dr. FU. It was very fucking cool to go and send that, and I was like, I'm going to live stream that after Wild Arms 3, so I want to make sure that I do that, but once the end of September rolls around, I have the actual live stream schedule going, which I plan on 3 days a week, unless like I got extra time, there'll be 4 days a week. In addition to, I've got the video series and ideas of what days and times I want to go and upload everything, so it'll be the videos, the vlogs, and then live streams. So nice little trifecta, so I might end up doing more than one game at a time. Plus, I'll need the footage for shit, just for the videos and stuff. So, that's a thing. Look at the horsies! Let's see. Oh, and it's Cody again. Cody. Bringing up Knack. Let's see. I mean, I feel bad now that you confessed your love. No, don't feel bad. I mean, this was already a known love. Except for the entire part of all the Knack-related stuff, which hurts me right down to my core and probably gave me, like, at least, like, Baskin-Robbins varieties amounts of cancer. So, that. Even though you may be drifters, there's no way you can take to the sky. I highly recommend y'all ride horsies to get around the wasteland. I have 4 horsies that just turned 2 years old this year, so give me a holler if you're interested. It'll cost you 2,000 Gela for 4 of my top-notch horsies. What do you say? I mean, I've got cash to burn in this fucking game right now. Mainly because I lost my fucking save data, so I was like, this game owes me. Let's see, what's in here? Anything? Nope, nothing. Let's see, Alpha, have you ever played Drakengard? I have. I played Drakengard way back, and then I found out that one of my friends, who I'm pretty sure she's still in the chat right now, was a massive fan of that, and she was all excited whenever she had seen, whenever she came over, she got to see I had both of the games, which was a big deal, and they're actually, like, my original copies. Nothing out here? Nothing? Chicken feed covers the ground. There must be a roost for chickens. I've heard about this town. It's famous for various crops and livestock. Yeah, that right there. Crops that nothing can actually penetrate because there's an invisible fucking barrier around it. Yeah, those ones. I know about that shit. Know all about that shit. Let's see. Dimension Gamer. Hails Dimension Gamer. Hey Alpha, what do you think of my game list for the year? 2 Point Hospital, 1. You already fucking won me over with that shit. If you've seen on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. God damn it, I cannot fucking say that enough. Because I've talked about that numerous times. I am so fucking geeked for that shit. It is the successor made by the crew who did the original Theme Hospital and Theme Park. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking good. But 2 Point Hospital, Mega Man 11, The World Ends With You, Monster Boy, Smash, Biomutant, my wallet hates me at the moment. Also, good to see you as always. Also good to see you. I'm glad that you actually show up to many of these live streams, but thought it was very fucking cool that you did. Sexy Jesus Games! Hello! So, one, you named off a bunch of games that I'm very interested in, except for one I didn't actually recognize unless I've seen it in passing, and the name just didn't register with me, and that was the Biomutant game. So I'm not sure if that's something that just kind of eluded me. It's totally possible. I mean, I've actually been interested in checking this out, but just... But, everything else, yeah, The World Ends With You, I'm glad that that's actually getting the console treatment. Well, console and also slash handheld treatment again. But that was such a fucking killer title. And I always kept on thinking, like, more motherfuckers need to play this shit. And I felt like it was kind of, again, like a hidden gem type status. And as some people, like, consider that to be absolutely ludicrous because they got to enjoy it. But just compared to, you know, the sales of many other games out there, it obviously deserves to have more eyes on it, and that's the truth. So I'm very fucking stoked for that. Mega Man 11, like, I did see some people grumbling about it just because, oh, they're doing the 8-bit style. And I'm like, so the fuck what? It looks good. Now, I know that... Oh shit. Look. There's no tomato emojis floating. That means it might still be inside the box. I gotta be careful. There it is. There it is! The tomato emoji! The once elusive, but now easily attainable tomato emoji is there for the taking. I can just sneak up on it, and I can just take it whenever I want. It's right within my grasp. No more bullshit invisible barriers that have been surrounding the crops by fucking farmers who also dabble in the dark arts, keeping delicacies such as tomato emojis from me. And now it's mine! You thought that you would be able to avoid my inventory? Foolish! Now you are part of me. It's a good day, everybody. Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day! Yes, it is! Good Day is just the bootleg version of the New Day. Not nearly as charismatic, but damn it, it's got tomato emojis, so it's gonna be completely awesome. I feel good. Alright, well, I'm done with the game now. I got the tomato emoji, don't need anything else at all. That's all. That's all I needed. I feel good. I feel fine. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see. We want a Resident Evil 2 HD stream. Love you, Alpha. That is definitely going to happen. Because it needs to happen. And that's going to be something I talk about on my channel quite a bit. I know that it's like, oh, but you didn't make a video going and talking about it. I have talked about every single live stream and on social media. I know that that's not going to be nearly enough for some people. I'm like, motherfucker, a video. But once it comes out, like, I want to do a proper review of it. So it'll be a review and live streams of that shit. And god damn it, I want that fucking limited edition. After the price, I was like, no. I appreciate the typewriter and stuff, but not nearly enough to drop that much fucking money on it. Because I'm like, dude, did you see that shit? It's so fucking beautiful, though. And then the Leon Kennedy figure that they got with it. Ah, fuck, I need that. But you know what I need more? To not light my goddamn wallet on fire, because it's like, okay, well, I do got Yakuza Kiwami 2 that's coming out, and I got Dragon Quest coming out, and then Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, the Resident Evil 2 remake, and then new Smash Brothers that's going to be coming out, and I'm just like, where's all my money going to? To all those games you can't afford, but you're affording anyway, so say goodbye to everything, and it's like, say goodbye to time, and oh, and Devil May Cry 5, fucking thank you. Oh man, and the footage for that has been looking so good. We need more people fighting with motorcycles in this world. That's what the fuck this world needs. We think that, oh, we need this, we need this. No, we need dual-wielding motorcycle fisticuffs that are just taking place in the middle of the streets. Because that's Devil May Cry, and it makes me happy. Oh, and Bayonetta 3? Bayonetta fucking waifu material till the end of goddamn fucking time. She seriously could replace every chair that she's ever going to sit on with my face. That's gonna be absolute fucking, like, I'm retiring after that. And like, I am a permanent chair for Bayonetta. Look at that. Envy of everything. Doing good, doing fine. Fuck, there's so many. Wait, Devil May Cry stream when? God, what is the release date on Devil May Cry 5? Can anybody tell me that? Because I personally forget off the top of my head, and I'm like, I'm trying to remember. I know that I had actually talked about it, like, with my friends. It's just, I'm really bad at fucking remembering dates. I know it's next year, I just don't remember exactly when. Oh wait, so that's all that she said? Okay. So, I know that there's a fucking delay, too. Oh, fuck, Fallout 76! God damn it, see, that's another thing, because I actually talked to my friends and a couple other people about it. I'm like, we're playing this shit, right? Like, it's happening. Like, it's going down. Alright, March of 2019. Fucking thank you. That right there, that shit's happening very, very soon. And I'm just like, dude, there's all these games coming out in like a very small time frame. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna have time for all this shit? It just, it hurts me. It hurts me so much. Fuck, I still have more donations that I have not gotten to read off, so let me go through this. Fireball Jack, thoughts on Creator? Well, one, Creator's fucking, like, thrash metal royalty. If anybody has not checked him out, you should. Let's see, Extreme Aggression. That's going to be one. I always end up telling people, like, one, that was my very first Creator album that I got to check out. I'm just like, please listen to this. And even, like, their newer shit's still really fucking good and holds up. And I'm just like, this. Like, anytime that bands can actually go the long haul and still maintain the sound and the speed and just fucking killing it, I'm like, that. Give me that shit all day. There's more. Chuck Grable. Chuck Grable's unstoppable, by the way, everybody. I just want you to understand that. And I am hats off to that fucking gentleman. Not only served the fucking country well, but is legitimately just unstoppable. And I'm like, that's fucking cool as shit to me. But he said, never put knack in your mouth. I feel like, if you put knack in your mouth, like, have you ever seen, like, some of those zombies where, like, they don't have the lower jaw? I feel like that's exactly what happens. The shit just falls off. Because it's disowned you completely. Your tongue gone, your teeth gone. Like, they evict your face place. They don't need to be any part of this. They're just like, no, fam. I'm fucking done with this. He just plays Knack here? No. We can't wash that shit away. Like, it does not come out. Doesn't matter how much you scrub. Doesn't matter what you rinse with. Just, let's see. Iglesia Mioret. I think I possibly said that right. I probably did not, but I'm trying. Definitely trying. I do apologize for potentially butchering your username. Oh shit, there's so many, but sorry, I'm like scrolling and trying to keep up with all this. Your opinions on vinyls and cassettes coming back. So I don't think a lot of people actually know about that, and if not, then this will be something kind of fun to discuss just because it's non-gaming related. So, cassettes have actually still been doing pretty good over in Europe. Like, the actual, like, European metal scene, it might be happening in other places of the world, but I'm most familiar with the European metal scene still printing and trading cassette tapes. And some bands actually exclusively release their albums on cassette. And there's a lot of really decent hi-fi systems that have become extremely desirable for cassette tapes, and just like most people had always thought, you know, oh, it's just vinyl. No, cassette tapes actually have like a market for them, and they're cheap too. That's the nice thing about it. Very collectible, and they don't take up much space, which is kind of neat. And I've legitimately been keeping my eye out for them. Like, my brother's got a massive as fuck music collection. I'm talking massive. I've actually posted a couple pictures on Instagram about it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, memes and pictures of my face. So if that's something that you're interested in, I have a pretty good face, or so I'm told by the big titty goth girl community, and then the crazy metalhead chick you shouldn't actually date, but you will date anyway, because goddamn it. But on there, I've posted some pictures of his collection, and like, I actually don't have much music by comparison to him. Like, his is fucking massive. A lot of my music's like all digital. And I used to have a bigger collection of music, but I traded a lot of things over the years. And, you know, that regret settles in, and you're like, God damn it. Okay, I need to jump over that. That ravine right there. You know what? I want to do some battles while we're riding around on horseback, just because I love the idea of this, because it's so fucking ridiculous and over the top. But, and vinyl has been doing very well and has had, like, a big upswing. I like it because not only do I enjoy vinyl records, and, I mean, I grew up around a lot of vinyl. I'm talking, like, from rock and roll albums to metal, Elvis Presley, and then, you know, also had, like, comedy albums on vinyl. Like, I legitimately got to listen to the likes of Richard Pryor and, God damn it. Maybe it's too close to that one side. But, yeah, vinyl's just been doing very well for itself. And they actually have, like, a lot of video game albums on vinyl, which I think is cool as shit. Like, to me, I mean, like, the idea that I can get the Snatcher album on vinyl, holy fuck is that cool. Like, to me, that just blows my mind. I'm like, dude, do you see this shit? Like, you can get the Castlevania 2 soundtrack. You can get the entire Persona 5 soundtrack on vinyl. That. I mean, the Persona 5 is, like, one of the best video game soundtracks I've ever heard. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. It is so fucking good. God damn it, just jump over the fucking ravine. Boo. Boo, I say. See, normally they're supposed to. Like, am I doing it wrong? Pretty sure I'm not doing this wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm still getting experience all the same. I'm pretty sure that I should be able to go and jump over that shit. Mainly because you don't have any other way to get out of here. Oh, well, I'm going to have to do this battle. let's see, my vinyl collection has come along nicely in the last year. By the way, that's Alex, everybody. I'm sure that you've seen my friend Alex numerous different times on a live stream. And Alex actually does have a decent amount of vinyl. He's got a lot of obscure and like random shit, stuff I've never even known about, including like a couple soundtracks. And here in Pittsburgh, we've got, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, one of the best record stores, one of the best places strictly for vinyl that I've ever seen. And that's Jerry's Records. Like, if you ever go to Squirrel Hill, there it is. I finally got to jump over. I don't know what the fuck was keeping it from going over. But, Jerry's Records is fucking amazing. As a matter of fact, back to me talking about Instagram and plugging my Instagram, I posted a picture of me on there because I had picked up some George Carlin while I was there. And it was actually one of his more famous albums, and again, one that I got to grow up in here whenever I was younger. I mean, this place is absolutely packed to the fucking gills with vinyl. I mean, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And their prices are good. Like, I don't even just say that, like, oh, you're just trying to make it sound good. Like, no, they'll work with you on the prices. The more that you buy, the more that you get. Like they'll actually deduct off, which I think is really cool, and I think that makes sense in any business. Like, if you're buying a lot, give a discount. It just makes sense. Let's see. There is so many more. Ben Renaudin said, "Let's grab a beer soon. Just moved to Pittsburgh." You just moved to one of the coolest fucking goddamn cities, in my humble opinion. Might seem a little bit biased, but yes, if we are going to grab beer, let's see. There's a lot of places that we could go to. I don't have, like, I'm one of those people that, like, I don't have a typical joint that I like to go to grab beer. I mean, anywhere that might end up playing metal, that's always good. Like, was it, Smiling Moose? So that's always an option. You would definitely have to hit me up on the on Twitter's with the DM about something like that, mainly because, like, there isn't even like an instant messaging service or like an inbox anymore on YouTube, which is weird. Let's see, what's your workout routine? My workout routine, it depends on what I'm trying to do that week, but I typically have like 2 or 3 different types of things that I'm trying to do upon each visit, and obviously you have to like change up what you're doing, because if not, you're going to work out something too much and then feel like shit. But I end up using a lot of machines while I work there. I do butterfly presses, I'll do planks, mountain climber crunches. I honestly can't even think of the one machine. Like, it's pretty much just for like doing chest presses. I don't know if it has a technical name for it, like the chest press machine. But I end up liking that. I end up relegating any of my my cardio to either an elliptical or to an actual bike. But I use this one bike that's pretty nice. Like, it's like the sit-down bike that's kind of like you're really sitting back in it, but it's got a screen on it, and you can actually like drive to different places, and some of them are games because it's got handles on it. It's very neat. I like it just because you end up getting to go on tours to certain places, obviously all around the world, and then the games, like, time passes by very fast. Plus you got some kind of fucking metal jamming in your ear the whole time, so that helps time fly by a lot faster. But I end up using that more just because I like things with low impact, because I've actually gotten shin splints before, and they are fucking brutal and very painful. So if I'm going to just like go anywhere on foot, typically I'm just gonna walk. I'm not gonna go with the entire I'm gonna go jogging thing. Fuck all that shit. So yeah, elliptical and just like bike riding and shit. And I would actually ride a bike around, but truthfully, I there's only like a couple places I like riding a bike at, and they're parks. And I'd rather just be at the gym at a stationary location, because then I can go from that to going and doing something else. And I would have to go out whenever the weather's warm. And I do not deal with hot weather all that well. I just don't. I whine and complain a lot. Let's see. Hi from Argentina. Well, hails! Hails from the mighty states of the United in the Americas and all that stuff. Jordan Spray, is there any place to check out all your past live streams, especially the Call of Cthulhu one? Also came the hell on, you glorious metalhead. I actually am going to end up posting a bunch of them on a secondary channel, but the secondary channel is something that's like part of the... I have like a big format thing that I'm going for at the end of September. So like my main channel is going to have like my highly edited, lots of work put into it content that like I've literally been pouring hours of my life into. I've been going to classes, and I mean, going to classes for like editing makes you realize that like while you might be good at editing, you have a lot of bad habits, which I do have. So I'm becoming more efficient at everything, and I just want to make sure like my main channel is getting the best possible versions of everything. And again, I just want to do that. Secondary channel, I want to post like a lot of shit that I don't think that I could usually post, because you kind of, if you do anything on YouTube, you can feel as though you get pigeonholed into only making like one type of content, and that can be awful creatively for anybody, because you'll want to go and do more and you can't. You know, and it sucks. But that's why, like, I've had a lot of these ideas brewing for months and months, and after, like, a lot of stuff happened with, like, family and friends and shit, I want to take care of a lot of different people. I also want to take care of myself and come back at, like, 100%, like, mentally, emotionally, physically, and make sure, like, I have the time for all of it, which right now, like, I'm still busy, but part of me being busy is so that I can do all this shit, like, as well as I can. So, it will be on there. It's just, we gotta wait until then, because I want to make sure that I do everything right. And I've got plenty of stuff that's already made, like, you know, that can go out whenever the fuck I want it to. Oh, and if you're wondering right now, I'm actually just, like, running around on this map trying to find, any secret locations, items, and dungeons, mainly. And I don't know exactly where the fuck they're at. Let's check the map. Yeah, there's a lot of areas that apparently I haven't even touched yet. I've not made a video in years, only good videos on the phone. I mean, you can actually get some amazing quality out of phones nowadays. It used to be a long time ago that obviously you'd be a damn fool for even attempting that. Even, like, you're able to go and get external microphones, plug those in. You can actually record your audio with a separate device if for any reason you think that isn't good enough. And LED lights are very, very, like, cheap now. Like, they legitimately don't cost a lot like they used to. And most people end up having, like, a smartphone in their pocket. So, I mean, you can record up to, like, 4K, 30 frames per second on a lot of the higher-end phones, which is amazing. And that's something I'm just, like, it's cost-effective. If that doesn't work, you can get a decent webcam. Talking, like, maybe $150, which they'll have, like, really good quality on them. And you can get, like, some condenser mics for like under $100. Won't be the most amazing shit in the world, but if you're getting started, it's something, you know. React to the Doom trailer. I mean, I have numerous. Actually, I've talked about it on the past bunch of live streams. Like, I think it's funny because people are like, react to this. Like, I have a bunch. I wish that you were here for it. I mean, Doom Eternal looks fucking amazing, and it was a no-brainer after Doom 2016, is that what we'll go and call it? Seeing a lot of the returning enemies that we didn't get to see in the Doom remake, Doom reboot, was kind of nice. And that fucking one weapon, I can't remember the name of it, looks like a big fucking sword. That shit, I was like, yeah, all this shit. It looks so goddamn cool. I like that there was a lot of people who were getting their fucking panties in a bunch over the whole, the joke that they made inside of the trailer, and I was just like, man, you motherfuckers just, like, professionally offended. Like, outrage culture knows no bounds. I just don't get it, man. And I love the soundtrack to this series so fucking much. Now, what was that? It's a sign. Let's read it. Oh wait, yeah, I can't fucking read this. You can't dismount here? Boo. Let's see, hoarding Gela gets heavy. Save money prudently so you know you have enough when you'll need it. I'm definitely good in the Gela department. How I could be the First National Gela Bank. Let's see. Dr. F.U. Thoughts on the Sea of JRPGs coming to the Switch? By the way, did you delete your recent live streams? Can't find the Wild Arms stream you had. Actually, none of the streams are deleted. YouTube has it automatically set up that no matter what stream that I do, once it's finished, it just goes to unlisted. And I didn't want to load up my main channel with a shit ton of live streams because there's lots of people that they don't give a shit about live streams. They'll just say, Alpha, just rant about things. And then that's it. So if they see like a bunch of live streams, then they're going to get all pissed off about that. And since I am trying to like do this big restructuring, I don't want my first videos to just be a like smorgasbord of live streams to just show up. So I plan on just posting them onto the secondary channel, which is that whole thing I was talking about earlier. As for like all the JRPGs going on to Switch, I mean, they're not just going on to Switch, they're actually going on to a bunch of systems. And it's weird because many of these games, like most people have been getting hyped about games on the Switch, but they've been available on a bunch of other systems. And I just think that, like, for me, I thought it was odd because I'm like, well, where have you been for the games? Why haven't you been supporting them? And I guess it's people who buy only Nintendo systems, which I've never ever understood that unless, like, money was definitely, like, a big issue, which I can totally get something like that. But, yeah, I'm glad that there's, like, more top-quality RPGs showing up. I just kind of wish that they wouldn't be ignored by people for years, because I'm like, but this shit's been around. Go get this shit, you know? Oh shit, there's so many things showing up. I'm sorry, there's so many fucking donations that are showing up, and I'm trying to catch up with them, I swear. But we do, man. Like, I'm glad that Nintendo's actually getting proper third-party support, because for years they had none. Like, at all. And, I mean, it's pretty much Nintendo's fault why they didn't have any kind of third-party support. That's really the truth of the matter. But now they're starting to mend those burnt bridges that they've had with a lot of these companies for years. And I'm glad to see it just because, like, I like Nintendo as a development company. Like, as a first-party company when it comes to making games, bar none, Nintendo is, like, they outclass so many companies. But they've always lacked in third-party ever since the Nintendo 64 days. And even when they started getting it back during GameCube, GameCube was in such a distant third compared to Xbox and PS2. Like, it was ridiculous. So, you know, people weren't adamant about it. Nintendo didn't want to commit to online. They went with a weird format by comparison to everybody else. And they were like, yeah, we're going to avoid getting hit with, you know, people stealing our games and all this shit. Meanwhile, they got emulated even easier than Microsoft and PlayStation, which is kind of funny to think that that happened. Oh, mine! Ursha? Alpha Man? Alpha Man? Let's see, if I ever become a superhero, which, I mean, I don't have the budget like Batman to, so I don't see that, or Iron Man, so I don't see that happening like anytime soon. And where the fuck is this goddamn town? Like, I know that there's a place over here that I'm supposed to be hitting up, but damn it, I cannot find it worth a shit. I'm trying to just, like, go to the locations on the map that I have not been to. The Switch is an indie developer's wet dream. I mean, to an extent, it is. PC is definitely the indie developer's wet dream, just because it's absolutely unlimited. And it's not nearly as restricted. And, you know, indie games have been blowing up on the PC marketplace for years now. And again, they kind of do get overlooked. But if they show up on Nintendo's system, all of a sudden they're suddenly cool now. And I'm just like, well, that's kind of unfair to the developers. You don't care unless it's on your preferred platform. Which I think is kind of crappy, because it's like games first, platform second. That's how I've always viewed it. Like, I go where the games are, but you know, I don't ever get blinded by a system's, like, namesake and logo or anything like that. I can't. Let's see. Skywalker or Herman? Damn, I miss your content, bro. Well, dude, thank you. I'm very much looking forward to all the shit that I have been wanting to make. It's, like, in a way, it's kind of, it's scary putting out content that you work on, like, for hours and hours, because you're like, I hope that people actually see it, because YouTube will not send out notifications to people's inboxes. You know, people could be disinterested because you might be covering a franchise they don't care about, or it might not be on a platform that they give a shit about, because, you know, and if you're not covering things that aren't trending, and then, for me, it's like, people will be like, Alpha, just be angry about stuff, but I'm like, but I'm not an angry person. I'm angry when there's something to be angry about, and it's just like, and you don't want to just, like, keep doing only that one thing. Meanwhile, it's like, but I have a love of gaming. So, be mad when there's reason to be mad. Don't be mad just for the sake of being mad. Because then, honestly, then you're just fucking lying. And there's plenty of people who do shit like that. I've seen people who just, like, acted happy about shit, but they weren't really that happy. They had no interest in it. They were just, like, you know, like, I don't know how many motherfuckers I've seen, like, go and cover Fortnite, and they only do it because they're like, damn views, I'll live stream Fortnite and get all the monies. I'm like, this shit's fucking weak, dude. Like, please stop. Let's see, nobody likes a chronic ranter. I mean, I've seen people who will only do one thing because they think, well, that gets the views, so I need to do that. Like, for example, I've had some people say, huh, he's not making content because, like, he has nothing to be mad about. Huh, and YouTube demonetized him. One, I'm not demonetized, and two, there's way too much stupid shit that I could be angry about that I share on social media all the time. And plenty of things that I knew that if I made a video about it because it was a trending thing, easy like 150,000+ views that I get within 24 hours. And hey, that's money. And I chose not to do that shit because I didn't want to just be angry, and they were also about subjects that I personally didn't have a vested interest in, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I had people requesting it, but if it's something that I'm not into, I'm not going to do that. But nobody cares because they like to assume things about anybody that they can talk about. Anybody that's got some clout that they think, hey, I can mention their name and somebody will pay attention. Like, I've had people also say, oh, he doesn't do it because he was just greedy. So let me get this straight. I'm so greedy about YouTube, I don't make content where I'm not making... Like, if I'm not making content, that means I'm not making money. So isn't that counterintuitive and doesn't make any sense? And it's like, they don't know anything about people's lives. They just talk about it because they need people to pay attention to them, because they themselves aren't interesting enough, aren't talented enough, and it's just how it is. Aw, Ursha's actually posting my fucking Streamlabs link. One, you're a sweetheart and a dear. and thank you for that. I think that that's very, very kind. Yes, if you do want to donate, you can donate via my Streamlabs. But I don't know if it's been showing up for you guys because I can't actually see it on my screen over here. I probably could if I move this over. Here, let's see if that will... I can't even move the screen. My laptop is fucking lagging to hell and back. There we go. So, has the notification actually been popping up, like, when anybody donates and shows, like, little Resident Evil zombie turning? Like, it should be, but I don't know if that's only if it's going through Streamlabs or if that'll happen even if it's going through Super Chat. So, if that's been happening, please let me know. If not, I don't know. Let's see, I've always just figured you got busy with life. I'd always look forward to a vid every day. Well, thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's... I actually appreciate the fact that anybody even gives a shit about my channel and all. Oh, wait, okay, no. So, the actual donation things are shown. Okay. See, I haven't been able to see it on my end because my capture software, like the actual window for it, I've actually got my browser and the chat here and all this stuff like shrunk down a whole lot. So I have to like lean in towards the shit so I can see everything. And it's like, what I want to do, and this is something else that I've been trying to set up for, and I haven't actually really told anybody about this. Oh wait, that's medicine. Is I've been trying to get a proper computer setup, like if you saw my setup right now, it's very unconventional. Like, I don't even have like a computer desk at all. I have a really nice computer, and I mean, I built the fucking thing, so I know, because I've been building computers for years with my friends. But I don't have a computer desk. And I've got like a 55-inch 4K TV hooked up to it as my monitor, which sounds ridiculous and shit, but it's like emulating on there and blah blah blah. Just a lot easier, a lot cooler. But what I'm trying to do right now is I got a computer chair coming in the mail. A good one too, and no shit, this will be my first computer chair. Because I've used fold-up chairs, I've used dining room chairs, like I've used everything but a computer chair for when I set at a computer desk. And I want to have a nice setup, like I'm talking 2 monitors set up, because it'll actually be easier for me to edit if I can actually have Adobe Premiere over here, and then I can have After Effects in a different window, or if I can actually split up the windows and disconnect them and move them around, because it'll make the workspace a lot larger. And it'll just be something that I think is like way handier. I'm trying to piece together the desk through IKEA. I know people have their opinions about IKEA. I don't care. Fuck it. But it's essentially going to be like a glass top table. But it's not like the traditional one where you can like see through it. It's it's one of those things of, it's like a regular table, and then that's a glass top that goes on top of the regular table. So it looks kind of neat, and I did the math, it only comes up to like $90-something, and I was like, dude, that's fucking badass. So I want to go and pick those up at some point whenever I've got the actual time to. I just hope that it fits in the car. If not, I have to hit up my one friend and have him go out there because he's got a way bigger vehicle than I do. Because I've got a hatchback, and I don't want to have glass hanging out of the back of a fucking hatchback, even with bungee cables and shit. That sounds horrifying. But it's one of those things where I'm just like, dude, it'll be so much nicer to actually have that set up, because it'll be easier for me to go and work at that. And also to live stream, because I'm live streaming in my living room right now. I'd much rather have things set up like with a couple consoles inside of there, and I don't know, I just think that'd be nicer in general. Let's see. I have HIV. I have the HIVs. Is that what somebody said? Yeah, I've got tons of it. I collected all this shit in buckets and I just poured it over myself like a fucking double dare challenge. It is good times had by all. Sharing needles, everybody. Yeah, good. people say weird fucking shit. Like, I get, like, some people troll, but some of the shit that they say, I'm like, where's the punchline in that? Like, it's not even funny. Let's see, have I played The Legend of Heroes? I did. I played, what is it, Trails in the Sky? I played that one. That one was actually pretty fucking decent. But the thing is, there is, what is it, Legend of Heroes 1 and 2? I want to say that those ones were on PSP, I think. Those were the ones that I've been wanting to play, and I haven't had the chance to. Yeah, I don't know what the joke is earlier. Let's see. My dumbass couldn't figure out how to beat this game. I got stuck at the part finding the Nighthawk. I don't even fucking remember that part. Let's see. Have I ever played Mortal Kombat? Of course. Mortal Kombat, dude. That's like basically one of the main fighting games that were big as shit whenever I was growing up, and I actually had like the chance to play that shit way back in the day in the arcade. I think the first one I played in arcade was Mortal Kombat 2, and I was in grade school at that point, just seeing that and seeing all those kids. Okay, so that girl isn't here now. Where the fuck is she at? Let's see. If you're getting anything from IKEA, I highly recommend not using their home delivery service. They took 3 months just to ship my couch, even though I already had the money. I've actually had their home delivery service only once, and it was for this couch and that couch right there, because I bought them literally on the same exact fucking day, and I had no way, because I didn't have access to my dad's truck. My friend didn't have nearly as big of a vehicle now as he did back then, so I didn't really have a way to be able to go and pick that shit up. So I was just like, eh. See, there was another group of drifters asking about the Eastern Ruins just a while ago. Maybe that's why. Did I need to go and talk to her about that? That is possible. Okay, we'll see whenever we go and we leave here. Let's see. Do a Resident Evil 4 GameCube Let's Play. I'll be honest, man. Resident Evil 4 is like overplayed as shit, so I'd much rather play like something like Resident Evil Survivor, like or the original Resident Evil or Resident Evil 2. Because RE4, man, that shit has been bandwagon to fucking back. Okay, so yeah, I did have to go and talk to her. Well, fuck, I feel silly. So I was sitting like, why isn't any of the ruins popping up? Because I totally went over to this location and fucking did the search thing. That's kind of... That shit always ends up happening. Okay, let's see. Benjamin Toledo. Hey dude, have a bitchin' time, and yes, it's been confirmed to be Shin Megami Tensei 5, can't wait for it. Dude, okay, that's fucking awesome then. That I didn't know if it was, like, the main series, or if this was gonna be an offshoot, like, you know, like Digital Devil Saga, Persona, anything like that. Devil Summoner, there's so many, the Demi Kid series is kind of part of it, Revelations. Fuck, there's a lot. Like, that series is so widespread, it's ridiculous. Let's see. Mega Nerd X. Atlas and Spumco need to give me Go-Go Hypergrind HD 2. Dude, I have not heard anybody mention Go-Go Hypergrind ever. Fucking ever. Like, that shit just not mentioned in any kind of conversation ever at all. I think that's kind of awesome. And if you guys haven't checked it out, it's like a cartoony, cel-shaded, like, I mean, it's like an extreme sports type game, just very, very over the top, but it was kind of cool. If I'm not mistaken, it, originally when you got it, didn't it actually have something that was kind of like Tech Decks? If anybody remembers fucking Tech Decks and all those sweet tricks you fucking do on your desk at school. But it had something like that you could put on the analog sticks. Didn't have that? I think so. Let's see, I will be going to carefully drive to get the food, but you are playing through my car speaker. Okay, Cody, are you actually supposed to be driving, just given your condition? Because for everybody there, say that you love Cody and give him hugs and kisses and shit via text, because he's been stabbed to death with needles recently because his knee's all jacked up and he's going in for surgery. Hopefully soon, so he doesn't have to deal with all this shit, but fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know if you actually are supposed to be, like, going and doing any kind of driving. I mean, I'm assuming that if you weren't supposed to, Vera would obviously stop you, because I don't think that you can take her in a fight, quite frankly. I don't think I can take her in a fight. I just lose. But still, just saying. Let's see, have you played Martian Gothic on PS1 Alpha, and what do you think of it? I personally have not played it, but I've watched my girlfriend's brother play it, and I watched a friend play through it in person, like actually watched it. I thought it was going to be a lot shittier than it was, I'm not kidding, like, because at the time I think it released, it was like $10. And I was like, dude, this is gonna be like some stupid thing, and the fucking cover of it honestly looked like shit. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It was a proper ass horror game. I'm like, oh, I feel fucking stupid right now just for that. I'm like, well, crap. But yeah, pretty good. I forget if these things actually take physical damage. Fuck. Okay, so those aren't gonna take anything. I have to hit them with magic. Well, this doesn't matter because it actually builds up my FP. Give me 1 sec. I have to go grab a drink real quick because my throat's dry. That's what she said. Then we quenched her thirst. Okay, so instead of just having pop, I've actually like cut back on drinking soda altogether. I'm drinking apple juice right now. Brought to you by Mott's Apples. Alright, what should we do? Okay, she has absolutely nothing, so we're just gonna stop there. Don't know what they're weak to, so I'm just gonna try whatever. Cremate. Let's see. Shane Everett. Thank you, Shane. Said, have you heard of the toys Tortured Souls? Those were the most metal toys ever. So, Tortured Souls was a really fucking awesome series. It was, if you guys don't know about them, they're way back. I think it was like early 2000s or some shit. McFarlane Toys put out the Tortured Souls series. And, oh shit, that's kind of cool. Fire Gem, Wind Gem, and an Ice Gem. But it was actually something, it was actually done up by Clive Barker, which if you've seen any of the Hellraiser movies, or if you read any of the Clive Barker shit, you already kind of know what to expect of it being fucked up. And I know that there is one that I wanted a whole lot. This figure was big as all fuck. Like, dude, it was ridiculous. It was a character that was being hung from hooks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Go after that one. It was being hung from hooks. And there was like all these hooks through its face. And then it had this transparent stomach. And then like inside the stomach it had like some kind of, I swear it was like a baby or something inside of it. And like its ribcage was exposed. It was so fucked up looking. And holy shit. Well, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Did I just see this right? Dude, holy fuck, man. Shane Mistler, thank you for entertaining me for you. Shane. Oh, hold on. I need to cast spells at Jelly Blobs real quick. Shane. That I'm like a fucking stuttering mess here. Like, hold up. Dude. I mean, everybody has been, like, ultra fucking kind with the donations today. Sincerely and honestly, very, very kind. I feel many times I'm not even worthy of everybody's kindness at times. Dude, you just dropped a fucking Benjamin. Like, you just dropped $99.99 in there. Dude, if anything, thank you for being kind enough to show up to this live stream, let alone dropping that. Just like during a random ass Wild Arms live stream while I'm talking about Todd McFarlane action figures. Dude, thank you. I wish I could hug you. I'm a good hugger. I just like back-breaking type hug, which would be terrible because then you'd be like, Alpha, I can't breathe. But still, dude, holy shit, that's goddamn. I truly am humbled by that. Like I'm not even kidding. I know that like I've had quite a few people say stuff like that. Like they've actually been watching for years, and that kind of blows my mind and puts a lot of things in perspective. Like holy shit, I have actually been on YouTube for that long, and I'm still trying to strive to get even better at this shit. And when somebody's like willing to come along and like, hey, here, take this. Just because I want to show you thanks. I don't know how else to show gratitude other than just like, that actually means a lot to me because you have no idea. It's so easy to do YouTube and kind of get disheartened by a lot of shit, and especially when like life starts coming at you. But when somebody does stuff like that, let alone like, I've had people literally just like change my day by saying thank you. Something literally as like measly and as small as that, just by saying thank you. But being kind enough to do that, and everybody who's been in the chat, I have a lot of people who are regulars to live streams, and they regularly even donate too. Which again, I never push anybody to, because I hate when motherfuckers do that. I just think that it's tacky and in poor taste. But dude, just thank you for that. Like, from the bottom of my very metal, this shit's actually being fueled with coal and hellfire itself. Thank you for that. That like 100%. And I'm not trying to take anything away from everybody else who has been donating at all. Please do not ever think that. I was just like thrown off by that because that is the second time ever since I've had my channel that somebody actually dropped $100. So that's like insane to me. So that's like $100 in just like one go. Holy shit. Thank you. And to everybody who's just like in the live stream and actually like talking and shit, thank you a lot. It's nice. Like I'm legitimately only playing Wild Arms 3 during live streams because I just want more people to know about Wild Arms. And also I noticed it looks like it's not the actual stream's not stuttering and fucking up, so that's good. But yeah, that's very fucking cool of you. Seriously, thanks. Holy shit, Eric! Eric actually showed up to one of my live streams. Like, dude, that's awesome. It's 8-Bit Eric. Everybody say hi and say that you hearts him and loves him. He's actually been on quite a few of my videos, and most infamous being the dumpster diving video. Please watch that video. It's amusing. Very entertaining. Damn, that's... Fuck, man. Extremely rare. I beat an RPG. It seems to take forever. I get clinically depressed and I feel my life is a waste. Social blues don't... Okay, here. I'm going to talk to you and to everybody else, but I will get back to reading off all the donations. I'm so sorry I'm not reading them off as quickly as I possibly could be. But I do think that's important to talk about this because this is something that I deal with, I have friends that deal with, and I have family, like actually, like clinical depression runs in my family. I've lost family and I've lost friends to suicide due to depression. It's terrible. It is horrible. It's debilitating to the point that you want to give up on things that you love. You want to give up on people. You want to give up on just living. Not even so much you want to actually like take your own life. You just want to stop, and that's it. And do not ever think that, like, I may not know you personally, but it's easy to be your harshest critic and say that your life isn't worth shit. I've told myself the same exact thing numerous times. That, you know, what I'm doing isn't worth it, that I'm crap, that I'm this, that I'm that, and I do not like myself. I will come down on myself so much to the point that I couldn't do anything. And I just want to quit. Then I hated myself more because I want to quit. So it's just this vicious cycle. And there isn't an easy answer to all of it. There isn't. I can't ever just tell you, like, everything will be okay. Everything won't be okay. Not all the time. You're going to deal with a lot of shit. You're going to deal with a lot of hardships. It's just life. It's terrible sometimes, the things that happen. Especially to good people who don't deserve it. But you have to deal with it. Like, you have to, because you can be stronger than that. You might not believe it, but you can be. I didn't believe it a lot of different times. And I think to some of the people I know who did take their own lives due to depression. And I think, like, how different would things would be if they would still be around. And I'll never know because they're gone. And that's it. Like, once you do it, that's it. It's the end. You're gone. And it's something like... Depression is like one of the most common things that people suffer from but don't talk about. And I'm not saying that you should go out there and talk about it all the time, because I've seen some people who weren't truly depressed, but they kind of used it as a way to be able to get themselves like the attention that they were so needing. And I think that's even worse, because then it makes people downplay the severity of issues like that, because then it becomes kind of like the boy who cried wolf. But you don't ever want it to beat you. You can always be stronger than it. You can be. And it's a lot easier said than done, that I know. But you don't ever want to just give up. I mean, you look at it like this. You're alive once, and you die once, and that's it. And I've always been a believer, not so much in the afterlife, but you live on pretty much through your legacy and what you did when you were alive, and through the memories of those that you leave behind. And if you're fortunate enough for people to know about you in a positive manner, well after you're gone, that you never even got to meet. And that's how I believe that you should really start viewing things, is, do I want to be remembered for this? Do I want to be remembered for that? And is this how I want to spend my day? And it becomes a little bit easier once you kind of put things into perspective like that. And sure, depression can be over, like, certain things, like, you're depressed about your health. Well, your health, if it's in a decline that it's never coming back, you know that it's not going to get any better, so you should try to make the best of it with those around you. If you're depressed because, I don't know, if somebody left you, whether it's like they left this world, or somebody like you were close to, whether it was a friend or like somebody you were dating, they left you. Trust me, friends come and go. Men and women in your life will come and go. Like, that's how it is. That's the real fucking talk of it. But you don't want to just, like... See, now I can't remember... I wasn't sure if you could just hit that switch by blowing it up. Okay, well... I was wrong about that. But it's I just don't believe in the whole entire idea of giving up. Giving up's easy. It is. It's easy, and you feel like, you know, the weight is off your shoulders, and it's not. You're just deeper in the dirt with the same amount of weight on your shoulders, if not more, because you're going to kind of hate yourself for not trying to dig out of it. Truly, I love life. Like, I do 100%. I don't love everything in life. There's a lot of people I don't like. There's a lot of situations I wish I could completely control. There's a lot of things that I feel are unjust and unfair. But I don't decide to just say fuck it and give up. Can't, won't. there's too many big titty goth girls out there for me to just give up. No, I had to go and break up the seriousness of everything just a bit. But I don't know how many times I've actually, like, it's something that I don't actually talk about a lot on my channel, and it's because, like, it's not gaming related, and it's serious. It's discussions like this, which I have had discussions like this in live streams, and I won't ever be known for talking about stuff like this. I'll be known as, hey, that angry guy rants about games, and that's really about it. But I just hope that sometimes the shit that I'm saying right now actually resonates with somebody. Like, the very idea that I could say anything and it might be able to help somebody in a situation where they're at their lowest and they're down makes me realize that it was at least worth getting up today and deciding to go and say the shit that I'm saying and do the shit that I'm doing. And I mean, it's just don't give up. Trust me. Trust me when I say that, because once you give up and you're completely done, that's it. You don't come back from it. Everybody thinks it's like, you know, oh, that's the best way to do it because there's no alternative. Life literally has, like, an unlimited amount of scenarios and variables and possibilities, and if you think, like, just this one shitty situation, that's the end of it, that's preposterous. It truly is. Dude, I like the fact that she actually will fucking troll you, and it's like, you fucking bitch. I can't believe you did that. Impeding others just because you are lost is not a very admirable thing to do. Let's see. I appreciate your sage wisdom and words of advice. Well, thank you. D-Rye is extremely kind. Somebody who's I've actually gotten to talk to a few times. But I like talking about this kind of stuff just because I think that it might help somebody. I mean, if anything, I like doing the videos that I've done countless times because for some people it allowed them at least like a couple moments of escape, you know? A couple moments where they got to just like forget about some shit and focus on something that they liked or that they loved or whatever the case is. And now you gotta do is sit here just trying to go through a dungeon in Wild Arms 3, which is easy to get lost in, mind you. But still. Am I going to make videos again? Yes, I am. I have covered that on the past bunch of live streams and several times on this live stream. Yes, I'm going to. I rewind the live stream. You'll hear all about it because I've talked about it a bunch. See, Alpha, you were never that angry guy that talks shit about games to me. You were always the funny guy that tells it like it is. I actually 100% appreciate hearing that. It's easy to feel typecast, so to speak, because, like, for example, people feel, oh, you're playing a character and that's it, so they don't really think like you're actually upset about something. You're not actually sad about something. Like, there's nothing to you, it's just a character inside of a box. And that, like, hearing that, like, it truly, like, 100%, I'm not kidding, that actually, like, it feels good to hear. Just because, I mean, it's easy to forget, yeah. Nectar acquired. Okay, what does Nectar do? Restores maximum HP. Okay, so that'll be good to have. I do. I can't wait to come back on YouTube. I'm just hoping everybody likes the content. That's really about it. I mean, you're still gonna get to, like, the same shit that I had always done before that, but it's just like all the new stuff that I really want to focus on. I mean, like, I wrote up I can even tell you guys some of this. I wrote up a complete review for Silent Hill 2. I wrote up a complete review for Sweet Home. I wrote up a complete review for Parasite Eve. Wrote up like all this stuff just because like I thought it'd be really neat. Alex!
Hello!
Let's see. I wrote up a incomplete review for Yakuza 0. It's actually like tons of notes. If you see the way I write, it's ridiculous because when I'm playing a game, I write down like random things I want to remember. So it's kind of like bullet points, and then I just toss it off to the side, and then eventually I sit down and I begin the writing process. But because I haven't really been used to doing that, for me it's all still like I have to get used to doing a system, and I know it's different for everybody. But I've actually ran the scripts by a couple people, because if you've seen all my videos, it's just me talking off the top of my head, and I wanted to sit down and like really write something out. And while I'm good at just kind of talking off the cuff about anything and everything, because I mean that's what I've been doing this entire live stream for now 2 hours, you know, it helps a whole lot that I can do that just because it's like, you know, you got that wit. And I can thank my family for that, because every single one of them are very similar in that, which is eerie. Like, very loud, very, very opinionated, very much funny. So, I can thank them for all those things. The Yakuza games are great, too. Some of my favorite games. Man, it makes me happy that everybody says that, because I've been enjoying them since Yakuza 3, which was my first, and just been playing them to death. And I talk about them every single chance that I get, just because I'm like, please play these games. And Zero just, like, was such a great fucking game, and I can't wait for Kiwami 2, which I think that's on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. That should be coming out. And Kiwami 2 is just like, Yakuza 2 is a really good game, and Sega's been doing a great job with localizing these, because these are a type of games that like normally you wouldn't see, and they would just stay in Japan because they are very Japanese games. And I think that's a big part of the appeal for them, is that they're very much that, but they're really funny, and they tell such a great story. And the music's great. I like the characters a lot. I'm talking like, I love the characters in it. I mean, hell, Alex is here, and he had no interest in Yakuza until like he actually watched me play through almost the entirety of Yakuza 0.
Yes, like I had to get it.
Yeah, and then he ended up going out and buying it. I've convinced both of my best friends to get into the series. Johnny, the Happy Console Gamer, like, I've talked to him about it a whole lot. Just, like, lots of people, and I think that they're so fucking good. And that's why, like, I want to make a video talking about them, because I'm like, they're too good to not do that. And I've played all of them. Like, I've played through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Dead Souls, and Kiwami 1. That's a lot. And that's hundreds of hours of my life. No regrets. Would definitely do again.
Yeah, I even got Kiwami before I even started playing Zero. I was like, I know I'm gonna play it. Like, I know I'm gonna
play it.
It's like,
here's the thing. It's not bad if you know that, like, you're going to play it at some point. And the price is right on those games. Like, if I'm trying to remember, I think Kiwami 2 is... I forget if it's 30 or 40. If anybody can look that up in the chat, how much Yakuza Kiwami 2 is. I forget off the top of my head. It's, fuck. I want to say it's either 30 or 40. It's something like that. But you should check the games out. Like, it's... If you haven't, and you're like, well, I want to get into the series, but I don't know where to start, and it's a very story-centric series, you want to start with Yakuza 0. After that, play Yakuza Kiwami. Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 are remakes of 1 and 2. So, just get Kiwami 1, and I think that's like $20 now. And get them brand new. Support these motherfuckers as much as you can, because they don't cost that much, and I'm telling you, they're fucking worth it. Kiwami 2, Remake of 2, so you'll at least be playing them, like, in sequential order. And it's, Yakuza 3 is on PS3, but here's the thing. They're apparently porting 3, 4, and 5 to PS4, and that will be released outside of Japan. Which makes sense because the other ones they're already in English, so fuck it, why not? And I am totally lost in the dungeon, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm just gonna eventually find my way. But yeah, just get those. Yakuza 0, dude, I dropped... my save file is still active because I'm on New Game Plus. I think I've got somewhere in the ballpark of like 125 hours. Kiryu-chan! And the best goddamn weapon in all of beat-em-ups is right there. The fucking bicycle. That. Oh, Cody said, I just beat Persona 5 finally. So now I'm going to be starting Kiwami 1 with Vera so she can finally see it. Cody, did you beat 0? I'm pretty sure you beat 0. Like, I'm almost 100% certain that you beat 0. Oh shit, they're doing the T. They're doing the T shape. T stance. It's empty. Okay, that's empty. Oh wait, yeah, the other people are running around. It's empty. Man, fucking cocktease. It's empty. It's empty. Sons of bitches. Is it wise to start with Yakuza 0? Yes. Yakuza 0 is exactly where you want to start. 0 is essentially the prequel to the entire series, and it was a necessary addition to the franchise because if you play through all the Yakuza games, every single game references the past. And if you play through like later entries, you even play through some of the events in the past. So it was cool that they had a game that was actually set in the 80s, but the fact that it had like the soundtrack that it did, the setting, dude, it was so fucking good. And that was the first time that they really centered something on Goro Majima, who's like arguably my favorite character in Series 8. I highly relate to Majima in so many freakishly fucked up ways. Goddamn, do I relate to him. It's fucking uncanny. They're asserting dominance. They're standing around just doing that. Those poor treasure chests didn't know what hit them. And I know that I had said this earlier, but the fucking soundtrack to Wild Arms is amazing. If you are going to play Wild Arms, I will suggest these to you. Wild Arms 1, Wild Arms 3, Wild Arms 5. 2 is passable, 4 is not that good. It's not horrible or anything, but it had a lot to live up to and just didn't. Majima's story gave me a case of the man tears. I mean, it's deep. Hold on, so Yakuza is better than Shenmue? They're completely different games. Like, I've never been one of those people I'm like, is this game better than this one, or is it better than that? No, just every game is just judged by being its own game. That's it. The only thing that I'll judge it by is the other entries within the franchise, just because that kind of makes sense. But other than that, assert dominance. Yeah, to me it makes more sense doing it that way. Okay, we'll go down here. I should really just take out the fucking map. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm taking out the goddamn map. Fuck it. On. So, is this the main doorway? Pretty sure this is main doorway. Okay. Yeah, I need a map. Fuck it. Let's see. I'm not even kidding. I got the Wild Arms 3 strategy guide. Yes, I love strategy guides for RPGs. They're fucking amazing. And also, Versus Books has amazing ones. Like this one has a poster with it. Let me turn on the lights because I really should not be doing this in the dark. Cannot see shit. I want to say the word shit like GGG man lives. Very good YouTube channel, highly suggested by the way. But let's see. So Where to go? Serpent's Coil. Alright, so those I think I already got. Dun, 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 dun. Now, where the fuck is the main entrance? Okay, so that goes into there. That goes to B. Okay, so I'm going to double check just to make sure that I've got these treasure chests down here. Hi Loki, how are you? My cat Loki is here. Alright, so go up the stairs. Alright, I can do that. Up the stairs, and that should... Huh, no, this took me somewhere completely different. I have a map and I still got lost. God damn it. Alright, so I opened that door and I opened that one. Yeah, if you're... I know I've said this on multiple live streams, but I totally am one of those people. I get lost in like so many different video games. I have a terrible sense of direction. Okay, so that just... That way brought me out there. So... I'll just go this way. And refill the ECN gauge. I think I already went this way. Yes, so I just went in a fucking circle again. God damn me. God damn me to hell. Okay. So we're not going that way, we're gonna go the other way. Have I tried Cursed Crusade? I haven't. I've seen Cursed Crusade and it was always super cheap. But I never got a chance to play. Can anybody here vouch for Cursed Crusade at all? If I'm not mistaken, that's actually published by Atlas, is it not? Okay, so this was the way that I saw on the map that I was actually trying to go. So this should lead me into a room. I think... Main one I'm trying to go to... Okay, so with all the other doors open, I should be able to run across that one platform now. I think that's how it'll work. Jump! Alright, I'm kinda just guessing right now, so... Let's see, Lightbringer said RE7 sucks badly. Well, I don't know what fucking game you played, but Resident Evil 7 was great. Resident Evil 7 was an awesome fucking game, as a matter of fact.
So many stupid questions.
Like, legitimately, I thought that it was probably one of the most intense games that I've played, and that shit in VR is just a big nope. A lot of nope. If you ever want to be, like, paranoid, yeah, that game will fucking do it for you. Yeah, like, Resident Evil 7, like... One, I was glad that I ended up playing something that I felt like I was truly in a fucked situation that I couldn't get out of. Like, it felt like a horror movie, and I loved that part of it. And the monster designs that they had in that, and the actual boss designs, fucking killer. So damn good. I know it's like, oh, it's a different direction. So the fuck what? Resident Evil 4 was a different direction entirely. Yet everybody fucking jerked their dick to that. Everybody wanted the game to be like a straight-up survival horror game. And truth be told, Resident Evil 4 is a great game and all, but it's a piss-poor survival horror game. It's just an action game with a horror element, a lot like 5 and a lot like 6. And everybody gets that shit twisted. They'll be like, oh no, 4 is like the best thing ever. I'm like, not really. I consider Resident Evil 2 and the Resident Evil remake to be leagues better. That's the truth. I like what Resident Evil 4 did for the industry. That much I can say. It did amazing things for the industry. And in no way am I saying like it's a bad game. I'm kind of just taking it like down a couple pegs off of its fucking podium. Mainly because, well, nobody else seems to. I still have that it factor for me that some of the other ones did, but still. Like, Resident Evil 4, some of the cool things about it, like, I like the setting. I thought the setting was really good. Like, for example, the soundtrack for it, fucking bland. Like, I really, that was something about it that I thought was lacking big time. Because I love the scores of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica. I think they have amazing soundtracks. Once 4, 5, and 6 came out, it felt more like they were trying to make, like, these overly epic, like, I don't know how else to describe it, like an epic soundtrack, like that you'll see in, like, big-time budget movies. I don't dig that. I just was not into the music nearly as much. And I did like the brutality in it, that much I'll say, but I don't know, the whole thing of them being like, okay, we're gonna make it so that it's this plague, Los Plagos, and it's not Umbrella and shit. Like, the storyline got really fucking silly, and the direction that they went with it, I just, like, they were trying to chase after an entirely different demographic and abandon the already established one, while they could go and argue, well, no, this is how we evolve the product, and to an extent, it, you know, can't really go and dismiss the results of it. It ended up changing the dynamic of the franchise as a whole in a way that I feel negatively impacted the series in the long term. And that's not something that you really want, and especially with something that's a cornerstone of your library, kind of like with Capcom. Like, it's a very important franchise to gaming. Not just to Capcom, but in general. I like how many people show up and say, "You're alive? Where have you been?"
Yeah.
And like, I've answered it so many times. I'm like, I don't know.
You're only active on every other fucking social media website every
yeah,
day.
you're active on everything, but not on YouTube. So you were dead. That's right. I died.
Also, you talked about which Wild Arms games to play and which ones that are, you know, skippable. Not even 3 minutes later, somebody's like, "Have you played any of the other Wild Arms games?"
No. What?
Like,
what is Wild Arms? What is Wild Arms? Tell me about this Wild Arms. Let's see. Sadly, RE6 is the best-selling game in the series. Is that actually true? Because that I wasn't aware of and didn't know about. Oh fuck! And I forgot. There's still more donations that I need to read off. On. I will read them off as soon as I figure out where the fuck do I go. Like, I just want out. Here, I'll go this way. Okay. Let's see. Hey Alpha, do you like Vector? Phantom said that. I do like Vector. As a matter of fact, I ended up finding Vector on YouTube. Like, I didn't have them recommended to me by anybody. I just ended up finding them randomly. It's like, you know, you'll go on to some videos and it's like recommended videos on the side. So that was there, and I'm like, oh shit, this band's badass as fuck. I don't know their album names though, so it's not gonna be too helpful whenever I mention them that way. But goddamn, my fucking nose is so fucking itchy. Like, I've got several of their songs saved on, like, this big, long-ass metal playlist from, like, ages ago. Let's see. Okay, so this is the room that I was just in. Fuck it. Okay. Looking at the map again, I'm going to figure out my way out of here. Let's see. Where's that room? Even on the map, I can't find the room. Terrible at maps. Who's terrible at maps? Alpha is terrible at maps. Why is he terrible at maps? Bad sense of direction. And the shitty thing about it is, like, I'm really close to being able to go and beat the fuck out of the boss, but... Where is that room at? Is that it right there? Or is that it? See, it's weird because all these maps they show, I don't know if that room is one of them. Here, I will just split out of here. The man is lost. I am lost. It happens way too fucking often. Okay, so I'm on that little bridge. Where the fuck? Alex, anything that you'd like to say to the live audience?
I just saw somebody say it like a moment or so ago, like thoughts on Animaniacs getting brought back, and what? Is that a thing?
I've heard that rumor, but I thought that rumor got dismissed.
I hope it does get dismissed because, like, just
make
something new. Like, take that idea and, like, make it your own. Like, create new characters and do the same thing.
I really wouldn't mind it coming back if it means that we have, like, the original people behind it. If they have, like, shit that they just never got to do.
Yeah, that would be one thing, but I just
don't want them using the namesake just to use it and then turn it into something that it's not, and then I'm like...
Exactly, I'm just speaking from experience. You see one thing that you love dearly getting rebooted, and then it just gets ruined for you.
Oh no, it like, happens way too often.
Way too much, yeah.
And so, that's an extremely common thing.
Excuse my skepticism. Spielberg confirmed it.
Okay, so well, fuck. Hold up. Now I actually want to see that.
Yeah.
Open the chest. Hold on. So Steven Spielberg, Animaniacs, reboot. Let's just type that in. Yeah, this was apparently all the way back in January. Animaniacs reboot lands 2 seasons straight. Seasons straight to series order at Hulu. Huh. Is being developed. So it is being developed by Steven Spielberg. Okay, I mean, I feel a little bit better about that.
Yeah, that's a lot more comforting.
IndieWire has learned that potential reboot comes that Animaniacs has experienced new search popularity, blah 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 blah. Damn, I also didn't realize it ran for 99 episodes. That's fucking nuts.
I was really happy when they had a bunch of them on Netflix.
Yeah, Animaniacs is a show that it held up very, very, very well. I mean, the only thing about it that I can say won't, but it depends on who's watching it, is they definitely have humor that's targeted towards audiences who were around back then. And I'm talking like adults and kids and well, kids that are adults now are like, oh, I get that reference and I get that joke.
Yeah, I was watching it a few months ago, and it's easy to forget just how much of it relied on topical humor.
It did. I mean, it did it well though,
yeah.
And I was kind of shocked by it because, like, they were referencing shit that kids don't fucking know about. Like at all, and they wouldn't know about or give a shit about, and so I thought it was kind of neat to see that. Let's see. Please don't let the social justice warriors ruin them. I mean, anything is unfortunately fucking possible.
Manuel Rodriguez. Anybody remember the Prince joke? Like, yes. Yes, and it was a great one.
Oh yeah, Prince showed up on there. There was oh my god, why can't I remember his fucking name? I'm drawing total blank on the actor's name now. Oh my god, there's like multiple different actors who showed up on there, so it's like no shit. Yeah, fingerprints. Oh wait, they're also bringing back Rugrats. Okay, so the Rugrats thing, I don't even want to see. I'm not even kidding. It's look, All Grown Up let me know that that series went on a bit too long. Not All Grown Up, but Rugrats in general. Rugrats was on its last leg. The last couple seasons it existed. Then it jumped the shark by making All Grown Up, and now they're doing this reboot. In an era where people are trying to pander to audiences that aren't even fucking interested in their product to begin with, let alone just to appease them so that they don't complain. I don't know why that matters, because it's like they don't wield any power over you, so who the fuck cares? But it's one of those things I'm just like, I don't, like, it got a movie coming out, the reboot series, I'm like, my childhood, always getting the shaft. You're damn right. Anyone excited about Invader Zim coming back? Again, it's weird because there's so many things that are coming back, which I am happy about, but it's always reluctant and with a grain of salt. Like, I'm always trying to keep things at an arm's length. I finally found my way! Look at that! Yay! It only took me 1,000 fucking years. It doesn't matter, because I like grinding in the game and getting all that EXP. Yeah, fucking knows.
Welcome to my world.
Let's see. Petrify. Pressure. Under pressure. Alex, what are you currently playing right now on your Nintendo Switch?
Picross. It's just...
You're playing Picross.
Puzzle game.
Alex has a shit ton of Nintendo Switch games, and he's playing Picross.
Yep, I should be playing Octopath right now.
Should be. Everybody should be playing Octopath Traveler. Maybe even somebody that rhymes with my name will be be playing that as soon as I'm done with Wild Arms 3. Tomato emojis for my efforts. Yay, thank you! I definitely deserve all the tomato emojis for being as lost as I have been in this dungeon. Let's see. Hold up, I didn't even get to read this donation out loud, and definitely want to. Dreamkiller said, I think the thing I miss most about your videos, besides your ruggishly good looks and your content, is your intro. You had a metal as fuck intro. So, here's an interesting fact about my earlier intros, which I've had so many intros. I like making intros. I think they're fun. I actually ended up cutting down on the intro because of the fact that the intro, the original one that I had a long time ago, that was a collaboration between me and God's Immortal Gauntlet. Very fucking good guy, by the way. But it was the intro didn't get viewed all the way through by people frequently, and new viewers would actually just stop the video. Like, there's all sorts of things that you're able to check out, and some people just like either skip past it or they wouldn't view the video at all. And I realized a shorter intro was the way to go. Alright, now this, I can't remember if the bombs will actually set it off. Okay, no, they don't set it off. I'm pretty sure that she actually will keep doing that. Here, let's see if that ends up happening. But, yeah, I decided to go for a shorter intro because of that. Which, I mean, I might bring it back for some videos, maybe, possibly, maybe for a specific series, just for shits and giggles. It's interesting because, like, through some of the classes that I took, and learning, like, shit with After Effects, I've actually been doing a lot of tests with, like, my AlphaOmegaSin logo and trying out different things. Just trying to get, like, different looks and themes and different ideas, just because aesthetics are important, because YouTube's obviously a visual medium. So you want to take proper care with that shit. And I'm trying lots of stuff that I never thought I'd be capable of doing, which is kind of cool. Which I'll be back to the grind on it tomorrow. Nice couple days off, but, you know, can't last forever. But it's something I'm just really hoping that it turns out to be... Okay, yeah, she does keep doing that. I forgot how the hell I prevent her from doing that. Let's see. One, she's an asshole, by the way. Oh, and a battle. FF9 on PS4 is great. It really is. That was something I actually did quite a few live streams of, too, if anybody got to tune in for those. I played the fuck out of that. I got close to getting a platinum trophy on that, too, which was kind of neat. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Man, I feel dumb that I completely forgot that Gallows could actually do that. Let's see, take a drink every time somebody says Alpha is alive or something along those lines. Nobody comes out of the stream alive. Unless you're Mr. Leahy from Trailer Park Boys. I am the liquor.
Especially you, because you're the only person that's there from the very beginning to the very end.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm dead as fuck at that point then.
Although the streams would end up ending a lot sooner.
They would.
It'd be like 2 hours
I'm like,
in,
so...
I'm fucked up.
I'm actually dead, everybody. Like, now I'm actually dead.
Or it's the longest stream ever, because everybody gets to watch you pass out, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it's just, look at that dead body. Have you ever seen a dead body?
Alpha, you're alive. Oh, actually, he just choked to death on his own vomit.
You know, things happen. The Legend of Dragoon. So, it's interesting that that gets mentioned because I've actually thought about live streaming. Goddamn, fucking fuck animal fur. That's all I can say. Legend of Dragoon is one of the many RPGs I've really considered covering on here, and I'd like to go back through it. As a matter of fact, my friend Cody, who is in the chat right now, is probably like the biggest fan that I personally know of the Legend of Dragoon, so I can see like 15 stamps of approval all over that announcement right there. Oh, let's see, you are such an eyesore. Who do you think you are anyway? I may be inexperienced, but I'm doing the best I can. I'm not pretending, okay? I do enjoy their rivalry and the little back and forth that they have. Plus, they end up becoming friends, but still, I enjoy their banter. I'm not gonna have you laugh at me when I'm trying my best. You really crack me up. Then why don't you prove just how far your best will take you? All these different groups of drifters going around trying to go on adventures. Alright, I forgot which one of these motherfuckers actually does the healing. Do. Okay, yeah. I know who to go after first. No, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. I knew one of them healed, but I couldn't fucking remember who. But yeah, because you only need to beat her. But the thing is, if you try to, he just keeps on replenishing her health. And the other two just kind of act as diversions, so. Octopath Traveler gives me the Golden Sun feels. I don't know, I get a big feeling of old Final Fantasy from Octopath Traveler. Which, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I know the art style reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, I forget if you get more experience if you beat them all. So, fuck it, I'm just going to defeat all of them. Because I can. Oh, and I do apologize if you guys hear a sound in the background. I'm actually right by my window air conditioner, so I know that's something that could be heard sometimes.
Yeah, it's too fucking hot to not have that on, though. I went upstairs and I was dying. I was
dude,
outside
it's
earlier.
bad.
I actually went for a walk with my family.
Oh yeah? How'd that go?
Oh, it was nice. just like 11 people strong, just strolling through a neighborhood.
11? Why the fuck was it? What kind of get-together was happening?
I don't know how many people. Let's see. There was well, my dad and my grandmother didn't come with us on the walk, but my 2 brother-in-laws, my 2 sisters, and all of their kids, which would have totaled up to 8. So, yeah, actually, that's 12 plus me plus my mom.
Hold on. I don't mean to stop you.
That's 14 people.
Did you guys just see that she just queefed out a goddamn fucking chain gun? She just pulled a chain gun from her fucking vagina. Her clown car of a fucking vagina.
That's her cooter shooter.
Cooter shooter. Hashtag cooter shooter. Please use that as much as you can. She just, her dress, she just, a fucking chain gun just came out of a fucking vagina. It's not like those britches, quit abusing those britches. Like, that's, what, I know that Japan is into weird shit. Like, I know that, but at what point do we ever ascend to wanting to see chicks just push guns out of their vaginas? Like, I've seen, like, the nipple gun thing and stuff, but not that. Just not that. I'm not sure about that. There is that one horror movie where the vagina is a monster and shit, but this is somehow worse because the gun was bigger than her. So she pushed a gun. Like, does she have, like, a dimensional rip in space and time there? Like, is her stench trench capable of being a bag of holding? That's a question that I want all of you to ponder. Just roll this around in your head for a moment. Think about this. Because it's gross and scary. And horrifying. And honestly, I kind of feel like I should have lost a battle just because she did that. Like, that was her coup de grace. Like, look how fucking mad she is. And look, he's acting like nothing just happened. And okay, normally I really love the avatars and shit that they draw. What the fuck did they do to her eyes right there? Stop and just look for a moment. Just stop everything. If you can, full screen this. If you're on your phone, it might be harder. Look at how fucking jacked up her eyes are. What the fuck? Is she making that face because she pulled a minigun out of her fucking vagina? That's the only thing that I can think of, because normally, like, bitches are looking real fucking hot and real good, but after battle, it's like, not only did you lose a battle after your fucking trump card was vagina gun. Oh, I'm sorry, hashtag cooter shooter.
So I said cooch cannon.
Cooch cannon. The cooch cannon has been deployed. I do appreciate any kind of puns that we can go and just... Any more names that we want to go and apply to this. Cooter shooter, and then... I mean... We get... Let's see, cunt cannon. No, it's too close to that. It's just too much. It's... Oh man, her fucking face. You are tenacious and stubborn. Bitch, you are a fucking... You're a monster. Like, you're a goddamn monster. Hey, put your goddamn fucking heaving breasticles away and your fucking vagina of holding and just get the fuck out of here. Leave. Where did you pull that from? Where did you pull that from? Somebody's gonna be like, oh, she pulled it from that bag on her side. No! Question everything now! Because there wasn't a goddamn fucking bag on her side to get, and like, it dropped from her fucking dress. I'm assuming that everything that she's carrying is her... No, hold up. What if this is like, what if in the world of Wild Arms, all women have this ability? Like, my item screen, I can hold 99 of every item.
Their vaginas are all bags of holding.
They are. That might be a fucking thing. I did not think about this at all. I think I might have actually... Like, this is the type of shit, like, the FBI is gonna show up and they're just like, my phone's gonna show up and like...
This stream shut down.
Where are you located? And I'm like, ah!
This stream
it makes sense. I'm telling you, I have figured this out. The cooch cannon cooter shooter vagina holding bitch that stands before us right now. I'm pretty sure that she might have actually just unveiled something that I never noticed. And timid boy, sis, don't say shit to her while you got that fucking weird-ass PDA, not quite a Nintendo DS looking thing that you probably got from your sister's vagina. You might have bags on them and shit, but I feel like all of us are eventually going to battle in her vagina. It's the only... Oh my god! What happens if they go and they fucking scissor? Then it's 2 dimensions that are going to merge into... No.
Oh, no.
Alternate realities start ripping and tearing, and, like, you don't want... Like, dimensional vagina shouldn't rip and tear. Like, that's... We're, like, worried about the end of the world in this and shit, and I think that I figured out what will truly happen. It's... No, gross. Can't do this. I can't even concentrate on the story. Like, I can't. Because now I'm just thinking about what's really happening. Like, I found the underlying truth. Like, somewhere hidden within the game's code. Like, look, now she looks normal again. She looks normal again, but it's like... But you're not. You're not, because vagina guns.
Cody said,
I can't...
Vagalian Battalion.
Vagalian Battalion. It's... Don't tell her to wait. Like, she might... Her and her vagina might come back. Like, don't... The name's Maya Schrodinger. It doesn't matter. Vagina. And we are the renowned Schrodinger family. Don't you forget it. Bitch, I can't fucking forget this. I'm scarred. I am fucking traumatized. This is that shit where your therapist is like, well, go on. Tell me... What has been bothering you? Like, oh, I can't get any fucking sleep. I just keep thinking about that minigun dropping out of her fucking cooch. And like,
why do all your guns have a red skin?
Like, I can't do this. Fucking, this, guns aren't supposed to be cared for that way. Virginia Maxwell, I'll remember it for the time being. But listen,
a girl who did the same thing.
Oh no, she shoved the gun into her vagina.
Oh yeah, it's, you know, she's like, well, this looks like a holster.
Well, yeah. God, she's so fucking stupid. Like, oh man. So fucking stupid. I'm just glad that she didn't die from it, but it's like bitch, you put it... Like, now I need to tell the story. So, who here would like to have story time? Story time with Alpha. Please type yes, or some shit like that. If you want story time with Alpha, I assure you, and if you've heard the story already, you'll just hear it again. But it's story time. I need confirmation from everybody that they too want story time. Oh man. The life that I have and that I've led. You know, if at any point they're like, well, when you die, what do you want to be remembered for? I'm like, remember that time I told you that story? Remember me for that. Let's see, we got story time with Uncle Alpha. Yes, please. Rock, dick, drop. That made me happy. Actually, yes. Story time with Alpha is the best. Yes, sir. Yes is some shit like that. Yes, yay, yes, more yeses. Okay. And like, I haven't even started and I'm already laughing. Well, I'm just gonna walk around in here just so I can at least like grind out a bit more, so I don't have to like actually think.
I'm so glad I made the connection.
Yeah. Yeah. You can all thank Alex for this. Okay, so. Okay, everything that I'm going to tell you guys, I swear to you on the ashes of my mother, I'm not exaggerating a single thing. Everything is 100% true. This is not in jest. This is not me being funny. This is all true.
You being hilarious, it's just not intentionally.
And, oh no, it's funny and awful and weird and it's so many things. So, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a young AlphaOmegaSin was head over heels for a big titty goth girl, and that's where the trouble starts. And she was a buxom gal, and she got that Alpha Omega dick. Seriously, I accomplished a whole lot in my younger years just from dating her for a while. Well, we still remained in contact even after we had dated, and we remained friends. Because, I mean, we had metal in common. Very much liked metal. Well, one day, old AlphaOmegaSin is at work. At that time, I was working the graveyard shift. Normally I don't get phone calls that late at night. My phone starts ringing. Well, I was able to actually answer the phone, so I did. Ring-a-ding-ding! Hello? This is yours truly, the most handsome motherfucker ever. On the other line is my ex-girlfriend, who's in this raspy, whispering tone, and she tells me that she wants to see me because there's a chance that she might end up dying in the hospital. I thought that I was being fucked with, because we both have a similar sixth sense of humor, so I'm like, clearly, they're fucking with me. Like, where's this gag going? Like, I'm expecting, like, something funny. She's dead-ass serious. I'm like, oh, hold up. What the fuck happened? She says that she got shot. And I'm just like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy fuck, no. I mean, we've both, like, had lived in bad areas, and I mean, that's definitely possible to get shot in those areas because, you know, I'm like, holy fuck. Oh my god. I'm just freaking out at work. I eventually end up going down there. Well, I come to find out how she got shot. You see, the details of somebody getting shot usually is, well, there's another person, bang, they shot me. That's pretty bad. But a self-inflicted gunshot wound, that means something was amiss. But in this particular instance, see, at the time, she was actually dating this one guy, who I didn't like because I found out that he was an abusive dude. So I kept on trying to tell her, you don't want to date this guy. She didn't listen to me because she was like, oh, you just say that because you want to get back with me. I'm already, like, fucking a myriad of different chicks at this point and playing the field. So I definitely don't want to get back with my ex-girlfriend. But I'm like, no, this is me, and several other people have also told you this. You're just stubborn. And she is. And she definitely admits to all this nowadays. But it turns out that her and this dude wanted to get kinky. How kinky, you ask? Well, what if we decided to use loaded weapons during foreplay? Because him sticking a gun into her vagina just wasn't hot enough. It was hotter if it was loaded. And don't worry, they played it safe. They put a condom over it so that nothing would happen. I'm fucking dead serious. They put a condom on a gun because they didn't want anything bad to happen. Because the live ammunition inside of it, that wasn't a problem.
Good thing they're practicing safe sex.
Safe sex indeed. Well, Mr. Happy Trigger Finger, who has poor trigger finger discipline, the gun goes off inside her fucking vagina. Well, she ended up going out into the front yard, bleeding everywhere from a gunshot wound and collapsing. She's butt fucking naked with a gunshot wound administered via the vagina and is bleeding out on a fucking front lawn for the world to see. To begin with, me and her, we had done all sorts of wild shit. But we would never do that because that's a bad idea. I don't know anybody who'd be like, that's a great idea. Even the most die-hard fucking NRA lap dance giving motherfuckers would still go, you know what? Not a good idea. If only it was an AR-15. You know, I got this submachine gun here. I just really want to rat-a-tat-tat that ass. But she ended up going to the hospital, and not only was she able to go and make a miraculous recovery, but she can still have her period, she can still have kids, and she can still have sex. I ended up finding out that this was on the fucking news and in the newspaper. And I had to sit there and think to myself, that is the girl that I dated for several years who just got banged. Didn't. And I after it was all said and done, I could make tons of jokes about it because, I mean, she lived and she makes tons of jokes about it. The bullet's actually still lodged in the lowest portion of her spine, and I can't tell you how many times she has actually just discussed that with random people. Like, hey, I got shot in the vagina once, LOL, because to her it's hilarious. Which I'm glad that she can at least view it that way. For me, it was, at first, extremely traumatizing, because I thought I was going to lose somebody who was very near and dear to me, even if I wasn't dating her at the time. Still actually cared about her, and she's actually very close to my family. But guns and vaginas, just don't do that. And I assure you 100%, it doesn't matter what kind of condom that you use, even if it's a Magnum condom. The puns, they don't stop for nothing. Yeah. So it's yeah, that's a thing. So I banged her for several years prior to her getting shot with a gun in her cooter. And I can say this, me and her randomly had hooked up, just randomly. After that had happened, I mainly wanted to see, like, if her pussy felt weird, not gonna lie. Nope, still felt normal. She just has, like, this scar, like right above her pussy that's there. That's about it. But, yeah, pussy still normal. But, gun fuck. That's pretty much how people refer to her. Gun fuck chick. Gun fuck girl. Hey there, gun fuck, how you doing? Fuck any guns lately? You didn't? That's good. But yeah, that's, I just wonder, like, when she does give birth, like, what if the kid just, like, shoots out of there or something? Like, it's just, the whole thing, it's, only my life. Only my life can I be like, oh yeah,
Does
that's
she
what
have
I'm doing.
trouble going through metal detectors? That's fucking Cody.
Actually, you know what? I mean, it's always going to go off no matter what, because it's lodged in there forever. So just like anybody, because there's people, they'll get like shrapnel that they can't get removed, just from like war and shit, and just like obviously from accidents. But yeah, totally just, there's just a bullet in her vagina. Oh, past her vagina and in her spine, just hanging out. It's, Gunfuck sounds like a great band name. If there's ever a good grindcore name, let's see. Trying to think. Gunfucked, but still, let's see. Fucked with a gun, but still down to fuck, something like that. We can figure this out. The shield! I think we're the first ones here! Wait, where's Maya and her team? Well, better make the most of the opportunity. Short girl problems. You won't be able to reach that. Would you like some help? Oh shit, Fernando! Fernando Fuentes. Number 1, thank you for donating, sir, but this... Hey brother, it's Seth Rollins! I hope you're doing good. I didn't see you at Retropalooza Houston. Hope to see you soon. Take care. God bless. Dude, so... I've actually gotten to meet this guy a couple of times. He's actually like watch content on my channel, obviously. He's fucking here. But going to Retropalooza, I ended up meeting him. And the very first thing that I had said when I met him was, holy fucking shit, dude, you look just like Seth Rollins, like 100%. It's the fucking architect. It's the man who turned his back on the shield. Like, I was so fucking stoked just because of that. I actually started yelling to other people. I'm like, it's Seth fucking Rollins, everybody! Like, look, it's him! People were just like turning and like, oh! And I was all getting, like, got a picture with him. Just very fucking cool, dude. We just sat there shooting the shit about everything, but it was very, very awesome. I thought that, dude, it's awesome as shit you actually showed up into this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's awesome whenever there's people like I've actually gone to meet at conventions and hang out with, and just like anybody who's just like around often, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Just because, you know, you like your usual people, the usuals. And there's God, it makes me think of Cheers, Norm, how he always Minnie comes in, Norm. Also, Cheers is a shit. I love that show. Oh man, are they the team Maya was talking about? Apparently. Geez, why does everyone hate us? Well, bro, we have no social graces, just like the boss. Ah man, getting backhanded teeth. I just choose to work efficiently. Janice is fucking awesome. Let's see, and when others don't like it, they make a fuss. Make a fuss? How can you say that after betraying people's trust? Everybody and their brother are just so blind to their own faults. Janice is fucked up because he's legitimately, like, telling the fucking truth. Let's see, wanted to meet you at Retropalooza Houston last year, but I was a bit too shy. Hope you go to next year's Retropalooza. Dude, I totally get being shy. I've actually had people where they'll actually stand at a distance and they just stare. And I'm just like, just come say, like, I'm not going to, like, bite your head off, right? Like, I personally am like, I think I'm a very, very nice person. Like, if you meet me in person, like, I'm legitimately really talkative and super nice and just like, we'll just talk for a million hours about anything. And I did that, like, at every convention. I just sat there, like, talking to people, even, like, well after, like, when they said, oh, yeah, we're gonna go do shit. I just kept talking to people because, I mean, it was the least that I could do because I'm like, holy shit, I don't get this opportunity that often. And this means a lot to me, and I think it might mean a lot to everybody else. And it's just like, don't be shy. Definitely go and say hi, because, like, I regret not ever getting to say hi to Dimebag Darrell, and then he died at the next show he went to. And that still, like, haunts me, because, like, I had a chance to meet him, and it was the only chance I had. And my brother met him and got a picture with him, and even, like, gave him one of his band's records. And, like, Dimebag actually liked it a lot, and never got the chance to be able to see him after that. So always take the chance if you can. Like, it's not like you're gonna burden anybody or, like, bother them, you know? Let's see. It's as if everyone's blaming me, making me look like a bad... Oh shit, there's another donation that rolled in. Do. A Thunderbox donate 1, thank you for that. And he said, that's a story only America can tell. I mean, we do got the access, but it's... That dude was legitimately like a fucking, like, Looney Tune. Absolutely off his fucking rocker. And not only did he go to jail after that, after all that went down, he ended up going to jail again after that, and it turned out he went to jail before that, and all of them were like domestic violence related things. I'm like, when the and there's like chicks who have like restraining orders against them. Like, there's a reason I kept telling her, like, this dude's bad news. Oh, you just want me back. I'm like, bitch, I'm getting way better pussy on the side. Like, no, I don't need to date them. Like, what the fuck are you going on about? But ridiculous and just so silly. Oh, there and another donation. Let's see. Archimedes, thy bird. How's the family doing, if you don't mind me asking? My family is doing well after all the dust is settled from shit. There's like the funeral took a lot out of people, but it's, you know, it's still like in the phase of like it's in the healing process. Essentially, like, to be honest, the past 2 months, every time I went to go see him, it was actually worse and worse every time I went to go see him because he didn't have strength, let alone he couldn't talk. And the very last time, it was just fucking terrible. But everybody's like, they're doing better now. Life is becoming a bit more normal, and especially after like when you have to go and set up a fucking funeral and shit, and adjust to like life being different and stuff. Damn, she's got the fucking gangster lean on the one pistol. Just gotta keep those away from my ex's vagina. So, there's that. But, yeah, everybody's doing super good. Yeah, just super good. Like, I was actually gonna be house-sitting this weekend for my sister, which is one of the reasons why I got to be here. But it turned out I didn't need to go and do that, so I was like, cool, I'm just gonna go and play Wild Arms 3 and fucking shoot the shit with people. I would legit watch Alpha in real life stream. I mean, that could be taken a couple different ways. Very sexually. Everybody's gonna shoot that dude right there. Now, you know what's weird? Like, before live streaming was ever a thing, I had lots of friends where, like, we actually just liked watching each other play video games. And I'm talking, like, these motherfuckers doing a triple attack. Fuck you, you can't kill... Look, you only did 85 damage, ain't enough. Like, I don't know how many times I went over to friends' houses, and it was like a group of people all hanging out just playing video games, and there was... Like, I've told this story to a couple people, but, I actually had one friend who... He ended up buying me my Lunar to Eternal Blue strategy guide, the one that I still have right now. He bought me that strategy guide as a way to say thank you, because he really liked he liked coming down and watching me play Lunar to Eternal Blue, and he got into the story so much that he was like, you cannot play the game unless I'm here. And I mean, I hung out with like all my friends literally every single fucking day. And my house was like literally the hangout spot. So there'd be times like, I mean, people would come crash at my house. It'd be like 2 and 3 people sometimes at a time. I fucking hate that move whenever it's all powered up. It does so much damage. But their Trinity attack is really the one that you have to worry about. But yeah, he ended up buying me the strategy guide for Lunar 2 Eternal Blue, and he was like, and this will also help you while you're playing through the game. And I actually used it sparingly, so I was like, oh, I'm not going to use it for my first time through. But overall, like, it was really neat, and that was one of those things, like, I remember I had friends watch me play Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil. I used to watch some of my friends play Bushido Blade games and Brave Fencer Musashi. I've watched countless RPGs be played, and it's just like... I had one friend that, when he first got a Dreamcast, his family would only let him play Skies of Arcadia if everybody was gathered around a TV. And I thought it was cool that was like a bonding moment for family. And that's something that's obviously much more commonplace now. But it's, like, back then, that wasn't a thing. Because, I mean, the internet... Like, around that time, I think, like, the best internet that you could get was DSL, and obviously, like, there was no video streaming platform. And now we just kind of take it for granted, but it's just kind of cool to have those memories of that kind of shit, and I really like that a lot. Idiots! What are you doing standing around? That's no ordinary cat, it belongs to a drifter! We had already confirmed that there were 2 other teams within these ruins in search of the shield, and oh how easily we were able to snatch away the goods from both of you. I was a little disappointed how the notorious Cascade couldn't live up to his reputation. A little anticlimactic, I must say. Since when did women begin to lose their modesty? Oh, women have been living proudly for a long time now. You just need to date more. The Eternal Sparkle is sealed by 3 shields. Rumor has it that a female drifter is in possession of the Creo shield. Might that be you? Bingo. Looks like the odds are against us today. But I just want you to know that we're not giving up on the Eternal Sparkle. Have you been to Caliborn? Southwest of there, by the tip of the peninsula, stands an ancient tower. It's called Kadingel. It was constructed by humans long ago in an effort to reach the heavens, seeking power. That is where the Eternal Sparkle is sealed by the power of the 3 shields. Why, thank you kindly for the information. I like that it looks like he's wearing trip pants because of the back parts of it. Go back to Hot Topic, Janice! Go read Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Which, admittedly, I love that series. Apparently, Night Trap is on the Switch. Kind of weird. That's not weird. Though, it is kind of funny because they did say, Night Trap will never be on a Nintendo-branded system. Because we're above that, and instead of trying to help the video game industry, we're gonna throw Sega under the bus to try to make ourselves look good. Shit, it didn't work. But yeah, that was a good meeting. Always enjoyed that. I choose to work efficiently, that's all. Even if I'm just buying time. I mean, him giving them information and him going there before them means that he's just gotta wait for them and then try to attack them and take it. Hey Alpha, what are you drinking? Currently, right now, I'm drinking Mott's apple juice. I went to Dollar Tree. And dude, Dollar Tree's the shit because it's like, everything's $1. And because I was debating, like, do I want to go and get fast food or do I want to go to the dollar store? So I just went to the dollar store. That and I had to pick up like a couple regular, just random everyday household things. So I picked up a couple of things to drink. Stop right there. I mean, that's not going to work at all. Whoa. I said stop. Damn! Ooh! 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 Dimensional Tearing Stench Trench just fucking gave you 5 across the eyes. You're the one who needs to stop what you're doing. But why? They do have a bad rep. That goes to show how good they are. That's the way it is in the Wasteland. But what? You think they're the bad guys? Then what is your definition of bad? Just now you did something extreme and endangered your comrade. So by being imprudent and risking the lives of others, doesn't that make you a bad guy too? This is exactly the kind of thing that makes me think you're just pretending to be a drifter. No, wait, you're not going to that tower, are you? It's a trap, I know it. Of course it's a trap, it's so obvious. You look surprised. You're wondering why I would set out for that tower? Well, if we go there and they show up, all the shields would be in one place. The Eternal Sparkle is sealed there. The stage would be complete. What was it that I wanted to accomplish as a drifter? I have no idea. My wings are in place, yet I have nowhere to fly. This is a hurdle people face when they wander into the wasteland with some romantic idea in mind. See, again, I like the idea that there's this much character development because Virginia, like, she has an idealistic mindset of what she wants to go out and do, but it's almost like a childlike innocence because she wants to go out there and, like, better the world. And now that she's got some power to be able to do that and to actually enact change, she's still learning along the way. And unfortunately, she's kind of the designated leader of the group, despite the fact that she's the most inexperienced of the bunch. But I think it's just because she's got the most heart of everybody, so that's why they believe in her. But I think it's kind of cool that Maya's willing to not only help her out, but is trying to, like, give her tough love. And I like that. Like, this is very, very good storytelling. There's so many times, like, stories just, like, they don't do shit for character development. It's all just cut and dry, like, world's ending, go save it, that's it. In this, they've got a whole lot. Like, the characters have individual things that they're trying to overcome and, like, come out better on the other end. You'll find neither good nor bad, only the truth about drifters. Once you face the truth, you'll find your answer, okay? Are you sure, milady? Yeah, she'll be fine. Once she faces the truth, I'm sure she'll stop pretending to be a drifter. Alright everyone, let's get going. So now, 3 drifter groups. Each one has a shield. So obviously, like Cascade's group, Virginia's group, and Maya's drifter group, we'll all be getting together to try to get the Eternal Sparkle. Our leader is pretty bummed out. All we can do is lend a helping hand. If she cannot get back on her feet herself, then this is it for her. Well, depending on how you look at it, this was kind of fun. According to them, we were just amusing ourselves pretending to be drifters. Well, what now? That is up to the leader to decide. Perhaps she's already made up her mind. Oh no, she definitely hasn't. Matthew Graves. Hey Alpha, just curious if you like the band Ghost. I do. As a matter of fact, I've actually, like, I've posted some shit of theirs on Twitter a few times. Fuck, I kind of forget. I'm so bad with album names because I'll just have individual songs. But basically, like, one of their songs was on my playlist while I was at the gym. So every time I'm at the gym, like, I always try to remember, post music to Twitter just so that people can remember. And I think I posted a meme, was it just like last week, on Instagram, just because I thought it was fucking hilarious. And it also had to do with, like, the Pope, so it was extra funny. Johnny's here! Johnny, I was actually just talking about you a little bit earlier because I was mentioning how I got to tell you about the Yakuza series because you had asked about it. And obviously, I can't have a live stream without going and doing that. And you are a sweet fucking dear for doing that. And he said, hey Alpha, do you like video games? Honestly, not into video games. It's a waste of your life. You should be out there having real-life experiences. For anybody who got to see the little Twitter exchange that I had, you know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, just have real-life experiences. Only losers play video games? I mean, geez. Who would go and sit down and play some role-playing game when you could just be playing that role in the real world? Yeah! And, God, it's so fucking terrible. Stupid and dumb. But yeah, video games, they're okay, pretty good. They're alright. I give it a good, like, solid 5 out of 10. Maybe a 6.2. A bit too much water in these games for my taste. What is it that supports me and molds me into who I am? Bit of self-reflection from Virginia. Again, this just building up off of, like, the reason that she ended up leaving her family, going out into the world, and then finding out that she is able to help people. And then that entire exchange that she had. And now she's just kind of self-reflecting. What's that need to traverse the wasteland as a drifter? Daddy, but then I didn't understand why you left me or what you were thinking. But now I think I understand a little bit. There's something out there in this wasteland, right, Daddy? That's why you became a drifter. What should I do? I can't consider myself a drifter until I know, right? Now, at that point, you're just searching. But still, I have to fly. And again, like, dude, like, they do such a good job with their character art. Like, I really, really love their character art. This is, like, there's a handful of games that I think that I would go really far out of my way to get art books of. And I've I always enjoyed the artwork that they had in Wild Arms 1 and Wild Arms 3. In 3, it gets showcased a lot more because they have the character portraits. Also, if none of you know about Happy Console Gamer's YouTube channel, you should go and check it out. If there's anybody out there who knows their shit about role-playing games, he definitely understands that. Plus, he knows a thing or two about anime, and yes, I'm going to go and be a commercial for him because he's awesome, and I've been friends with you how many fucking years now? Like, quite a few. If I don't, this will all end without my finding out anything. I'm not going out to the wasteland because I have a purpose. I'm going to the wasteland to find a purpose, which is a good reason for her to go out there. I better go apologize to everybody, and which she should, because if it wasn't for Jet saving her, her ass would have been fucking squished flat. Let's see, when did this stream start? 3 hours ago. So, for me, that was, like around 7-ish? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, it's 10:04.
Are you feeling better? And I think it's cool that despite all that shit that happened, in a lot of ways she doesn't seem like she would actually be a suitable leader. Like, if anybody, I think Clive actually has it together the most and would be the best one to represent them as a group. But I just like that they continue to call her leader and to have her as that. I'm fine now, and I'm sorry. And she's willing to own up to her mistakes. That also takes a big person. I became a drifter thinking that maybe my arms could help people in need, but I didn't have a purpose or goal as a drifter, which is true. That's why she said I was pretending. How I put everyone in danger. Please forgive me. So do you figure out what you want to do in the wasteland? Yep. Wait, maybe not. Which is it? Well, I'm not confused anymore. I know why I need to continue traversing the wasteland. Looks like we were spared a depressing sob story. I may have been depressed a little while ago, but I'm not going to let it end like this. And it's interesting because I was talking about depression and how you shouldn't give up and let things just end. Well, Virginia's talking about that. So, let's all continue on as a team and see this matter through. We haven't made much money yet. I can't drop out now. Hey, we're all invited guests. Let's do this together. Thanks, everyone. So, let's hurry to the Southwest Tower. Kadingle? I like Kadingle. Oh, man. Okay, so that right there, I think will be where I call it. 3-hour live stream, that's not too bad. So that puts me at a total of 6 hours, 53 minutes total that I've been playing and that I've actually live streamed. Let's see, so tomorrow is Monday. What do you all think of a stream either tomorrow or Tuesday? I'll let everybody pick. It'd be in the evening, like 7 p.m. Eastern-ish time. So what is good? Like, I'm still trying to figure out what days would actually be like the most ideal, but Monday, Tuesday. I mean, I'm busy during like the mornings and shit and the afternoons, so I won't be able to until like evening. So it's up to all of you. Oh shit! And we got another donation in at the last minute. Alpha, did you see the Resident Evil 2 gameplay from Gamescom? I'm pretty sick. I did, and I'm glad that we got to see some stuff of Claire finally, because everything else that we had seen was of Leon, and we got to see Sherry Birkin, also very fucking cool. And oh my god, the game can't get released soon enough. That's all I know. I'm like, I need it. Let's see, both tomorrow, Tuesday, either way, I'll be able to hop on for a bit. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday. Let's see, gotta work both days, but only 5 tomorrow. Do one tomorrow after 5. Let's see, Yakuza Kiwami, 2 Tuesday. Well, see, I want to live stream Yakuza Kiwami, but I told myself that I would only stream this. I'm going to stream this to completion, and I know that it'd be like, well, you'll get more viewers if you do a new game, but I gotta stick to exactly what I said, so that's why I'm just like, both days and make everyone happy. We'll see. We'll see. It's one of those things of, it's time. Time is always one of those, it's the most valuable resource, and you end up realizing that over time, because it's, so much. Also, I'm glad to see so many people are saying Yakuza Kiwami 2. That means that this series, like, the more people that know about it, I'm just like, yes, go play it. It's so fucking good. See, I say Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday should be your schedule for streaming. Alpha, is your P.O. Box still good? My P.O. Box is still good. I keep forgetting to tell people, but it is definitely a thing. I have a P.O. Box. Yay. But yeah, it's definitely good. As a matter of fact, I had to go there the other day. That's how I had to pick up the one thing that was sent to me, which will be a future game that I cover not only in a video form, but in live stream form. I know, brother. I'm just greedy. We miss you. Well, I appreciate that people have actually, like, missed me. I literally just think sometimes, like, nobody cares, and, like, you know, if I just die tomorrow, nobody would fucking notice sometimes, and that's just, like, that's what your brain will tell you sometimes. Okay, so I will try to aim for Tuesday, since that seemed to be mentioned the most. But if I can wing it, I'll try to make it for both days. Like I said, I'm going to stick to a similar time frame. Go for, like, about 3 hours or so. And it'll be more Wild Arms 3. Whenever you stream, I will be there to donate. Cody, you do not have to. Cody, the main thing you need to do is to get better, because your knee hates you and stuff. And also, don't be driving. Like, don't be driving. Get Uber to do things for you or something like that. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna aim for Tuesday. So there's a reminder there. Turn on notifications for the channel. I know it sounds dumb, and everybody's like, hit the bell and make sure that you get everything. But it does help, because I know they don't send them out to everybody. Yeah, so that's about it. If you aren't following me on Twitter, please do that. Also, I posted shit on Instagram about it. I should be posting on Facebook too, but Facebook, man, Facebook is such an annoying fucking platform to deal with if you run a page. Because they're like, yeah, we're only going to send out this many people unless you pay us. I'm like, fuck you, Facebook. I'm not doing that. But anyway, I'm going to head out, play Wild Arms 3. We need more tomato emojis. We definitely need more of those. I hope you all actually had a good time. I actually had a very good time tonight. It was actually, like, very funny, with quite a few things. Plus, got to have a couple deep discussions about things. So I heart you all the hearts filled with tomatoes that are in emoji form. Don't play Knack, play Wild Arms 3, Yakuza Forever. Use the bicycle in every single Yakuza game. Big titty goth girls do it best. No, a condom on a gun will not stop a bullet. That's all. Alex, do you want to say goodbye?
Bye, everybody.
Alright. Bye, everybody. I'll talk to you soonish. Be there for the live stream. That's all. Bye. Bye. I love everything. I love everything. I love